between the visiting Tigers from the University of West Alabama taking on your Georgia Southwestern State University Hurricanes. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we would ask that you please rise and join both schools here this afternoon as we honor America through the playing of our national anthem.
Want to welcome everybody, all our viewers today. The West Alabama Tigers taking on our GSW Hurricanes. Got Ryan Young. I'm Scott Westbrook. Already got a 0-1 count. Garrett with the pitch.
Couple of hard throwers today, Scott. Scott's taking a break right quick. We got 0-2. Ball upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We got Scott back with us. Come on back in here, Scott.
Thank you, Ryan. Ryan Garrett's worked to a 1-2 count. Pitch. High and away. 2-2. R.J. Brown up to bat. Junior from Vicksburg, Mississippi. Watches strike 3 as he goes back to the dugout. Get that leadoff batter on a strikeout, Ryan. That is always a good sign.
Sure is. I tell you what, with today, if we can see a lot of strikes out of these two pitchers, of course, that's going to make a quick game.
We got a lot of
throwers.
That's true, Ryan.
Will be the third baseman, number 27, Trevor Smeaton.
Ryan, tell us about some special guests we got in the stands today.
Well, we got a few. I'm sure you West Alabama fans are familiar with this, but there's no secret who they're here to watch. But we got a few pro scouts in the stands. I talked to a few of them from Tampa Bay, looking at this hard thrower that West Alabama has.
Smeaton fouls off 2, gets an 0-2 count. Fans, we're sorry, we're a little flustered right now. Somebody has thieved our lineup, so we're in the process. We've gotten one back, but Ryan has called local law enforcement to try to find the other one. Ball 1 away. Smeaton line drive.
Oh, what a play!
Yes, sir.
My goodness.
Matthew Mamadas, number 7, backpedals, leaps, robs him of a base hit. And 2 batters up and 2 back in the dugout right now, Ryan.
I tell you what, make it quick, but a great play out there at shortstop. I tell you what.
Mamadas is always
home, looking at it, West Alabama. Hope y'all had a good view of that.
I see these the scouts over there stirring a little bit, trying to figure out who our shortstop is.
Looked like Ozzie Smith on that play.
I think so.
Tell you what, I met the head SID from West Alabama. What a good guy. Kent said the town will be rocking here in about 3 days. He'll be back.
Okay, well, he's my number 1 suspect on thieving our lineups right now. I can tell you.
He may not make you West Alabama fans. Kent could be in trouble. He may have thieved our lineup down there.
I mean, we get here an hour early, we get everything laid out, and somebody steals our lineups 2 minutes before game time. 2-1 count on the West Alabama batter, and I could tell you his name if I had a lineup in front of me.
Well, the folks in Alabama know who he is.
That's
so we're good.
That's exactly.
We do have the Southwestern lineup, so you folks in Western Alabama, y'all get to know those kids as they come up to bat.
That's right. Number 25, first baseman Clemens, I believe, is the Tiger that's up to bat right now. Ooh, line drive. Boy from Ocilla, Irwin County. No, over the head. Takes his round at first and stand up double, 2-out double. A lot of barking from the Tiger dugout on that one.
He knocked the daylights out of that. Scott.
He gave it a ride, brother. I ain't kidding you. Even as fast as Martin is out there, he couldn't catch up to that ball. I think if he'd had your speed back in the day, maybe he could have got it. But I don't.
Been camped under there with my speed, Scott.
I'm sure.
No doubt.
I'm sure. That goes without saying.
Yeah. I'd have probably had to run after it a little bit now at 42.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'd need a defibrillator out there if I had to go after that ball. Foul ball.
We assume it is. We can't really see
where
we're sitting
That's
here.
it. Well, the umpire, he's screaming once again like his hair was on fire over there. Foul ball. So that was a dead giveaway for me.
Yeah, okay.
We are offering a $5 reward for whoever can find our lineup.
Please bring it back.
I think they got our other lineup back to us, but
I thought I knew these West Alabama kids before they leave, but I don't think I'm going to get to know them.
No. 1-1 count, ball low. Low and inside. 2-1 count, 2 outs. No score in the top of the first. West Alabama Tigers, GSW Hurricanes. Tigers have a runner on second, stand up double. By Smeaton.
And that'll do it.
Yes, sir. Second base. Beta. Number 13, Jason Beta, second baseman, facing Cole Waits. There's a lot of buzz about Cole Waits, Ron.
Yeah, and I felt it during the warm-ups too, Scott. I felt the buzz when he was warming up. This kid throws gas. Talked to Coach McDonald earlier today and asked him what the game plan was, because I believe Waits had a pretty rough outing against Columbus. From what I understand, he threw 4 innings and threw about 94 pitches. Couldn't find the strike zone, I don't think. I think he struggled a little bit, but
hit a few batters.
Hit a few.
Kept St. Francis Hospital on their toes.
Yeah. Having said that, I think the game plan is to be patient at the plate.
Well,
he's going to be a little aggressive on the base pass today, assuming we reach base.
He has not found the strike zone yet against Jason Beta. 2-0. Both high and away. High and away again. 3-0.
The guns are going up down there with this kid on the mound, Scott.
Yes, sir. We got a few scouts here today.
Good-looking kid out there, too.
From Lawrenceville, Georgia, I believe. Three and one on Beta. Ball 4.
Got a first base runner there.
Yes, sir. Leadoff man gets on base. It's always a good sign. Next up, number 1, our first baseman, Tyler Skelton.
Tyler Skelton's mama's birthday today, so we want to wish her a happy birthday if she's listening.
Happy birthday. You know, mine is Monday.
Boy, Vegas is probably losing a lot of money since you made it this far, Scott.
They are. That's I'm way on the over. You can still shop now. Avoid the rush. I'm sure Sunday night there'll be a lot of folks, shop.
Well, happy early birthday to you, Scotty.
But that's okay. Let's focus on Tyler's mama right now. Happy birthday to Tyler's mom.
Happy birthday.
Miss Skelton.
Maybe he'll give her a good birthday present here at this with his first at bat.
I'm hoping so. Waits has thrown 5 balls and 1 strike so far.
Well, and he's, as far as I can tell, all he's thrown is fastballs too. So struggling to find the plate, of course, as he throws over to first base.
We'll judge by the crowd's reaction. He got back safely.
Yeah, we'll assume so.
We can't see.
The umpire's hair wasn't on fire that time.
No, he wasn't. That was the.
The wind's blowing dead straight out in the center field, too. So I know Tyler can. If he can get it up there, if he gets a good pitch, he can drive the ball out of the ballpark.
Ball 3 was low to Skelton. Skelton's got a 3-0 count. I believe he's going to be taking this pitch. Let's see what happens. Ball 4. So Waits has thrown 9 pitches and got 1 strike. It's got to be a good sign for Hurricanes.
Got to be. And thing special going on here as he's walked two in a row.
Irwin County up at the plate. Jonathan Martin, number 20, our right fielder.
Irwin County's got to be the best county in the state of Georgia, Scott. I've heard a lot about it.
I think there's probably 158 other counties that might have a disagreement with you on that, but they've been a single-A powerhouse for a long time.
Well, if you hadn't been to first of all, I'd welcome you to come to Americus, but the next place you need to go is Irwin County.
Ocilla. Got another ball from Waits.
39 listeners we got, Scott.
Got to see strike 1 against Jonathan Martin.
Yeah, call your friends and tell them. Call your friends. Call everybody. Get us.
No. Tomorrow.
Set a record. Yeah, we'll be here again tomorrow.
We'll be here again tomorrow. We'll have. We got our first game jitters out of the way then.
That's right.
But I don't know. You may want to call them and tell them because we're liable to mess up even more today.
Well, I'll have plenty of time to start drinking tomorrow. This will be a little looser.
1-2 to Jamar. Our left-handed right fielder steps back in there. Got his toe on the – I mean, for a guy throwing heat like this, John got his toe on the inside line of the batter's box.
Looks like we're not scared to dig in on this guy.
Look at there. Got hit by a pitch. Yes, sir. Wait a minute.
Oh, he's calling it a strike. I don't know. It hit him on the arm. I don't understand this. McDonald's not going to argue with the call. So he's happy with it, I guess. I'm not.
I'm not either.
Not sure why West Alabama's coach is coming out there. I guess he's just checking to see.
He's calling it strike 3. That's what he was.
Strike 3. That's what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that's why he's coming out.
That's right. That right there is one of the few times you'll see that, brother.
Well, that's a hard way to strike out. It sucks anytime you strike out, but plus you're getting hit by the ball. That's the first out Waits is recorded.
Well, he was definitely in the batter's box. We saw that before.
he was in there.
Hunter Foster, our center fielder, number 15, steps in there. 1 out. Runners on first and second.
Scott Hunter's batting a warm 375 coming into the season.
Took strike one on the outside corner right there. One and one count. Beta's getting his lead, along with Tyler Skelton at first. One out.
Still out there.
I would love, yeah. I would love for us to get these runners in the first inning, and that, I mean that's one of the things. Because if Waits finds his groove and starts throwing gas, I mean having at least one, maybe two runs in the first inning will help us out a lot.
We need to start early here. He's thrown a lot of pitches already in the first inning. I don't have a pitch count on him, but he's thrown a lot of pitches here early in this game.
That pitch right there is about halfway up the first baseline, wasn't it?
That was a pretty good breaking ball. It had a lot of bite to it.
2-1. Waits is ready. Shortstop snuck in behind Beta. Beta was ready.
Again, we got the wind blowing out dead center.
Shortstop for the Tigers, R.J. Brown from Vicksburg, Mississippi. Strike two outside corner makes it 2-2, one out.
I can tell you from experience, you got a very, very quick window there to make a decision to swing or not.
Yes, sir. You better.
With as hard as this kid's throwing, you got to make your mind up in a hurry. Check the swing there. Run the count full. Cody King is here at the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Tyler Skelton's mom, whose birthday we announced, her name is Amanda Langford. I want to shout out happy birthday to Miss Amanda. Ball four, bases loaded, one out. Bo Halcomb, our left fielder, number 25, steps in there, bases loaded, one out. I'd like to see a home run like Bo Halcomb hit the other night.
He's got three on the year already, Scott.
He hit one out there just the right of our Zaxby's foul pole a couple nights ago against Shorter.
You know, got a lot of action out in the field there.
If he walks in a run right here, I believe we'll get a visit from the dugout. What you think?
I think they'll go crazy.
He called that strike two. Looked a little high from my position.
A little above the belt. Armpits to the knees is generally where they're going to call it, but the strike zone anyway. We'll see how this umpire is going to call the rest of the game.
We'll go ahead and give him an entrance into the Regional Eye Care Center gift certificate at the end of the year. We're going to do a drawing for the umpires. I'm not going to argue with that with strike two. Got a 1-2 count on Bo Halcomb. Bases juiced, one out.
I don't even remember. Have we swung the bat at all?
I don't think so. I don't think
Other than that strikeout, and I'm still not – I'd have to see the replay on that.
I don't know. I don't know how you score that. How do you score that strike three there? That's hit by pitch, strike three.
Trying to burn the edge there. Pretty good pitch.
It was. 2-2. That's a tough one to take with two strikes.
It sure is. You know, just as hard as it is on the batters with him throwing this hard, the umpire's having to make that decision pretty quick too.
Right, right. Look at that, right in the hole.
Base hit.
Base hit. That'll score hopefully two. Beta scores. Skelton rounds third. Not going to be a throw. 2-0 Hurricanes.
Atta baby.
Woo! Bo Halcomb comes through in the clutch for us, scores 2 runs, got runners at first and second. With just 1 out, Canes up 2-0 over the Tigers. Ball away. Fastball outside. Got our designated hitter, number 39, Tyler Adams, has a 1-0 count.
Good pitch.
Strike 1 makes it 1-1. Tyler Adams from Ocala, Florida. Interesting tidbit about. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sounds a lot like Osceola.
Except Ocala's got a little more populated here. A few more folks than Osceola.
Just a few more red lines.
That's right. Tyler is a nursing major. To be a student athlete and a nursing major, that's a pretty tough major.
Got a good nursing program here at Georgia Southwestern, too.
Yes, sir. Steps in there, the 1-1 count. Foul ball right behind us. Almost hit the sign right here at the entrance at the Susan K. Smith Baseball and Tennis Facility. Ball 2, 2-2.
Assume that was outside.
Tyler comes to us from Daytona State College out of Daytona Beach, Florida. Dean's Lift both semesters and a member of the National Junior College Athletic Association Academic Team of the Year honor. Tyler is no dummy.
It doesn't sound like it.
He has fouled 2 pitches straight back.
I know they can't hear you, but give me your what do you like?
I like 2 runs.
He says he loves 2 runs.
Tyler Adams digs in.
Good eye right there.
Waits, delivers. Ball 3, full count, 1 out. Tyler Adams' 2 favorite athletes, Ken Griffey Jr. and Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher.
Tyler hits a hard bouncer to third. Got the guy at second. Tyler makes it to first. Gets the second out. At second, we got runners on the corner. Josh out there trying to. And our players are responding. Number 7, Matthew Mamatis, well. Our shortstop, made that incredible play in the top of the half of the inning to rob a Tiger of a base hit. He may have a hot hand today. Let's just see how he is at the plate. Mamatis takes ball 1 low.
I'm not sure what the pitch count is so far on this kid, but, I mean, he's thrown a lot of pitches so far. But he does have 2 outs. But he's thrown a lot of pitches.
Strike 1, 1-1 count, 2 outs. Our Hurricanes over the Tigers, 2-0. Mamatis up to bat. have runners on the corners.
Hurricanes have only stole 3 bases this year. He's right on top of that. That's fouled straight back here behind home plate.
Mamadas digs in, waits for the delivery. Foul ball hits the top of the frame for our screen that's saved us a few times. Mamadas out of Ola High School in McDonough, Georgia. Mamadas has turned out to be a great ball player for Georgia Southwestern. It looks like he was also with Ola. Henry County best infielder his sophomore year. Henry County all-county sophomore, junior, and senior year. All-region sophomore, junior, and senior year. 4-year varsity starter. He holds Ola High School's record for most consecutive starts with 125 games, Ryan.
Sure like to see him carry it forward here, get some conference players of the week. Runner's going to be moving at first base. He got a full count, 2 outs. He's going to be running. I'd like to see one hitting the gap right here.
Yes, sir. Canes have 2 runs on 1 hit.
There he goes.
Swing, strike 3. But not before the Hurricanes got 2 runs on 1 hit.
Good start.
Hurricanes up 2-0 after 1.
Leading off the second inning for West Alabama, center fielder number 2, Jalen Keys.
Jalen Keys steps in there to face Cole Garrett. Takes ball 1. Jalen Keys, center fielder for the Tigers. Strike 1. He is calling that outside pitch today.
He is.
Jalen Keys from Bay Springs, Mississippi, the senior, 6 foot tall, 183 pounds. Hits it a mile in the air outside our view, but
apparently we missed it.
Yep. I'm going to judge from the reaction of the fans and the GSW dugout. We didn't get to that one.
We're climbing in viewership, Scott. Hey, we got 54. I don't know what you've been saying, really. I hadn't paid attention to what you're saying.
Thank you,
Apparently
Brian.
you're doing a good job.
Well, 54
Get
people,
over
just
there.
because they're watching don't mean they're listening. Hot shot down to first baseman. Skelton fields it. I think he tags. Did he? I can't see. What happened? I can't see. I can't see.
Oh, that was hit out to right field.
Okay. I thought it hit the first base.
Yeah.
Y'all fans need to realize we can't see.
Yeah, we have a big visiting dugout obstructing our view.
We cannot see from about 6 feet in front of first base all the way till the Zaxby's foul pole, just about from our angle from the press box here.
Hey, nice press box here. If you West Alabama fans hadn't seen our press box, Kent can tell you all about it when he gets back home.
Number 28, J.D. Roberts in there, left fielder. Takes strike one.
Scott, that's why you got to catch those balls in foul territory. I'm not sure if we had a play on that or not because I couldn't see, but they'll come back to haunt you. Give him a free out.
Yeah, because once the batter
Runner's
gets
going.
Bam!
Oh, he made the tag, Scott.
Beta tags him
play.
out. Double play.
That it, baby.
Beta fields it. Thankfully, he was going because Beta was right there at the base to make the play, right in front of the plate. I mean, right in front of second base. And
Beta made a heck of a play.
He sure did.
He's made two great plays out there at short so far.
Yeah, baby.
Pitcher's best friend right there, Scotty.
Yes, sir. And just like that, we got 2 outs.
Designated hitter number 20, Jake.
Only way you were going to get him out is if it was hit right there. The runner was going, looked like he's got pretty good wheels. He was down to second base, about to make his slide, and Beta made the tag.
We would
have
have
over to first for the double play.
That would have been a hit up the middle had he not been going. I believe.
Absolutely. Squares around the bunt, pulls it back, gets a called strike in there. Oh, I'm sorry. Mamatis made the tag.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm sorry. It was Mamatis. Yeah, I'm sorry. Mamatis. I've been giving Beta.
I've been if y'all watching, we're sorry.
We apologize.
Kids playing a heck of a game out there.
We are just we are so flustered after having to track down a perpetrator of our stealing our lineups earlier. So we're a little bit flustered after these. Thankfully, our GSW Hurricanes are not flustered. They seem to be
absolutely
firing on all cylinders today.
Ooh, good pitch. Changed it up there with a curveball.
But Beta will take the free press, don't you think?
Absolutely. Beta doesn't mind it at all.
Yeah. We need our boy Kyle over here. Kyle Branna, he is our scorekeeper. He is a GSW ball player junior out of Leesburg, Florida. He's got a torn labrum. He is up here in the press box with us and normally sits next to me and makes up for a lot of my shortcomings. But because of our setup today, they've got Kyle a good 10 or 12 feet from us. So he's
But Kyle is listening. He heard us make that mistake.
I know, yeah.
Kyle's got good ears.
He sure does. Strike 3.
Good inning
Third
for
out.
GSW there, Scotty.
GSW.
Swing, batter, swing.
Number 22, Jamison Wilkes, steps in there to face Waits. Waits fastball low and outside. Ball one.
Wilkes is batting .235, Scott.
Wilkes,
in the year so far.
Wilkes, a business management major from Paulding County. Waits has still not found the strike zone, Ryan.
He's not helping himself much at all. He's getting behind on these hitters, which I'm glad he's kind of doing that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. High. He keeps throwing that heat, and the catcher lets it go above his mitt. That umpire may want him to step up his game a little bit back there.
May have to check the shocks in that mask.
3-0 count. Wilkes probably
all the way here.
Takes ball 4 high. Waits is still throwing hard and throwing heat, but it's just not finding that strike zone, Ryan.
He's not. We're trying to get a pitch count to see how many pitches Waits has thrown. I mean,
Harrell steps in there to face Waits.
Harrell's still waiting to get his bat hot. Done a fine job behind the plate. Just got to get his bat going a little bit.
Well, he may can stand up there and watch 4 pitches with it on his shoulder.
He sure can. We can play money ball all day long here. You know what money ball is, don't you, Scott?
Tell me, Ryan.
You get on base.
That's exactly right. Ooh, he squares to bunt, pulls away from it, pulls it back.
I was just told by our SID that Waits, that was pitch number 43. And he's only thrown 17 strikes out of those 43 pitches.
I wouldn't have thought it'd been that many, to be honest with you.
But one of them was a base hit.
That was a strike. 2-1 count, but that's okay. That's all right. Make him throw you that first strike. Jacob Harrell, our catcher.
And I'm not sure early on in the season how many pitches, if they have him on a pitch count, but 43 is a lot, of course, in 2 innings. Got some wood on it.
6, 4, 3. Double play makes 2 outs for the Hurricanes in the bottom of the second. Baseman number 13, Jason Beta, up to bat. Now, if he gets a good hit here, we're going to credit it to Mamata. So that be okay, Ryan?
Yeah, probably even it up a little bit, Scott.
That's what I'll do. We'll credit it to him and see what we can do. Has an 0-1 count. Strike one.
Is batting .238 on the year.
Foul tip, strike 2.
No, Scotty.
Beta, our
looks
second
like
base.
Waits is starting to get in the groove a little bit.
Well,
some strikes here.
I don't know. He's thrown 2. Let's see about this third one. Foul ball. 0-2.
Could be a car.
It's over there towards the parking lot of the apartment complex. A good time to plug Titanic. Body, in case you get hit with your windshield, you may take it to Titanic or one in Linden in your hood of your car, whether you're at the rec field or at any kind of baseball game, softball game. Beta swings at strike 3. That's 3 outs for this half of the second. We'll go to the top of the third with the Hurricanes still up 2-0 over the Tigers. of the third. Cole Garrett into pitch.
Throwing a pretty good game, so throwing a shutout so far.
And so that double play really helped him out.
Who made that double play, Scott?
That would be Matthew Mamadas. Fielded the ball right in front of second base,
Absolutely.
tagged the man, and fired to first.
We don't want the Mamadas family coming down here or up here, wherever they're from, wherever he's from. Where's he from, Scott? Do you remember I put you on the spot? We got a sheet in here to tell us. Good pitch.
McDonough High School, Ola, Georgia. So they'd have to come down here. But we would love to have them.
We would love to have them. They could be in the stands today. I don't know. Tell you what, I sure hope they're watching if they're not, because their son's played a heck of a game. So
he is having an incredible, even though we've given about all his stats to Jason Beta.
Hey, both good kids.
Yes, right. Our middle infielders, I tell you what, we do a great job. Ooh.
This looks like a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, even the batter, I think, thought that was strike three.
I think he did.
He was leaning towards the dugout.
I got to stay on top of that pitch a little bit, but
he's worked into a full count. Cole Garrett gets ready. Ball four, Justin Booker, the catcher, gets first base on a leadoff walk. Number 33, the right fielder, Austin Moffitt, prepares to face Garrett. Yes, sir.
I feel sorry for the folks that are. I mean, we're glad they're watching, but if they're watching from their desk, I mean, we're out here. Want to, thanks to your employer for letting you come out here and spend the day with us, Scott.
That's
Who
true.
do you work for?
Southwest Georgia Farm Credit for all your agricultural lending needs. Make sure you come see us. Go see Lori at the front. We got Stephanie up there. We got Brian and Brandon and another Lori, and then they got the ugliest praiser in the state of Georgia in the back office. They don't let him come out much.
But it's his birthday coming up soon, right?
It is. Shop now, avoid the rush. Low and inside, 2-0 to Moffitt.
It's like we're finding the hard time finding the strike zone right now.
And we're facing the bottom of the lineup too, Ryan. I hate that. That's what when you're facing your 8 and 9 batters, a walk's bad anytime, but you the bottom of the lineup, it really stings a little more, it seems like.
Matt, our pitching coach, out to talk. Settle him down a little bit.
I want to give a shout out to a few of our sponsors. Citizens Bank of America's, Will Mill Farms out of Leesburg, Zaxby's, some of our foul poles, and Regional Eye Center.
Scott, you mentioned Citizens Bank. We want to give our condolences to the Whaley family. Great family, good people here in Americus. Jenny Whaley passed away last night.
She has fought a long, strong, tough battle.
Yep. May she rest in peace.
Moffitt fouls off a pitch. Makes the count 2-1.
Ground ball to short here would be nice, Scott.
It sure would. It sure would.
And then maybe he could flip it to Beta.
That's exactly. A modest to Beta would be awesome. And then on to Skelton.
Yeah. Skelton, pretty athletic first baseman. He played shortstop for us last year. So pretty good hands over there at first.
Cole Garrett's really done well today, other than that walk that to Booker at the beginning of this inning. Ball 4. Moffitt watches a pitch high go right past him. We're at the leadoff batter, R.J. Brown, shortstop for West Alabama. Steps in there to face Garrett. Garrett comes to us by way of ABAC. He played 2 years at ABAC. from Berrien High School, Nashville, Georgia.
That's down my neck of the woods.
It is. A little further south, right?
Yep. Good pitch. Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Had to just miss. Good curveball over there.
This umpire gets another entrance into our Regional Eye Center gift certificate for the end of the year.
Get him in there quick, Scott. Maybe before this next pitch. Good pitch.
1-1.
You need to work the ball a little further down than that, though. They start teeing off on that pitch right there above the belt. You can see them fly in the ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
Got good velocity, though. Wind is blowing dead center.
Runners at first and second. Nobody out. 1-1 count on the Tiger shortstop. Ball 2, low.
See what kind of play Coach McDonald's got on, if he's going to be ready for the bunt.
Garrett from the stretch.
Squares around again.
We got a 3-1 count on the leadoff man, R.J. Brown. He wants to bunt.
He's squaring around anyway. I don't know if that's more for aggravation or if he's really trying to bunt the ball. Yes, he did.
He swung at that one.
He had to.
Check swing makes it a full count. Still nobody out. Runners on first and second for the West Alabama Tigers.
Up.
Hits that ball straight up in the air. Catcher Harrell takes that. And I tell you what, short of a double play, that's really one of the best things that could happen to us right there.
Need a big out right there. That was a big out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He goes back to the dugout wishing he'd have give a little more effort on that bunt at this point, I believe.
Third baseman Trevor Smeaton.
We got him right where we want him there, Westbrook.
Yes, sir, on the ropes. Number 27, Trevor Smeaton, third baseman for West Alabama, steps in, digs in. Cole Garrett gets ready.
Squares around.
Squares low. Ball 1.
We got Stephen Snyder here with us, Scott Westbrook, assistant to the president of Dr. Neil Weaver.
He's coming up here and making sure that you and I probably stay with it between the ditches, to be honest with you. I think that's maybe
I hope we didn't
his
just
role.
tell on him. I'm sure he's supposed to be working somewhere.
I think he's just making sure that that we don't overstep our bounds.
He
and
probably is. He's representing the office of the president.
That's exactly right.
Doing it mighty fine, if I must say. And guess where Stephen Snyder's from, Scott?
Is he from Irwin County also?
He sure is. One of the greatest counties in the state of Georgia.
Y'all channel a good many folks here to Georgia Southwestern. We appreciate that. Fouls off that bunt. Got a 1-2 count with 1 out.
We got a proud dad of
Jonathan
Martin over here.
Yes, sir. Jonathan Martin's dad up here. I am surrounded by Ocilla, Irwin County folks. Of course, now J-Mar's from Irwinville. He's not from Ocilla.
Yeah, but that is Irwin County, if I must say.
That's okay. That's
they
one of the.
They do have a caution light there, Scott.
Okay.
We got 2 red lights downtown. They got a caution light.
Did y'all probably, whenever some of these small towns, when you get your first traffic light, I go around and offer classes on how folks need to approach the traffic lights, what needs to happen, get a little pitch. If Irwinville ever does get a stoplight, we'll
well, we send them to Ocilla for training. We're getting well versed on that
nowadays.
Good.
Golly. Short hops, ball 2 in there. I'm going to tell you what, I got a good feeling Cole Garrett's going to pitch out of this.
I do too, Scott. Let's see if we can bear down right here.
Smeaton digs in there. 2-2 count. Runners on first and second, 1 out. He's not bunting. He's swinging away and missed.
Well, we
Strike
got
two.
Strikes. I wouldn't expect a bunt here.
No. He's not going to be bunting here. So he likes a breaking ball, low and inside, doesn't he?
I noticed the breeze picked up though after he swung that.
It did. So we got a little swirl around here. I tell you, it started off a little cool this morning, but it turned out to be a rather nice day. We've had some great weather for baseball here in early February. Ball 3, low and inside.
See what we're going to do here. We got 1 out. They've been trying to move these runners up. Been unsuccessful so far with the last 2 batters.
I think Garrett went back with the same pitch that Smeaton chased previously.
Like he went with a little off-speed pitch there.
Yeah, and he probably hoping he'd chase it again. Let's see what happens right here with a full count, 1 out, runners at first and second. Low, walk, the bases loaded. In the top of the 3rd inning.
Give a shout out to Brian McMichael's listening in at work.
Awesome.
At Parker's Heating and Air.
All right. Where do you work, Ryan? I forget.
Next to Irwin County. That's certainly the next best thing is Parker's Heating and Air.
Okay.
We appreciate, let's give a shout out to Brian's my general manager. Kevin Reeves is the president of the company. I appreciate them letting me spend the day with you, Scott.
And likewise. First baseman Taylor Clemens, number 25 for the Tigers, steps in there.
He's been calling the fastball up there. I don't understand where he thought that was. That was right up there around the belt as well.
Takes ball 1. I was about to get on Steven Snyder. He had stood in between me and the scoreboard there for a minute, but he moved back. It's bad enough we got this visitor dugout we got to look around. But
it's a pass ball, Scott.
That will score the first run unearned for the Tigers. Advances the runners. They got runners at second and third now with 1 out.
Sorry I'm going silent over here, Scott. My beautiful wife's texting me. I'm trying to answer her back.
Well, make sure you do that.
Baby, if you just tune in, you could
she'd know where you were.
That's right. You'll know where I'm at.
The drugstores have got some salve for those peck marks that you got there on you, Ryan. They sell it up at the drugstores usually. I think I saw some at Clinic the other day. We've walked the bases loaded yet again with 1 out. Number 9, Wyatt Ball, second baseman for Tigers, step in there.
Second baseman Wyatt Ball.
Got to find the handle here. Stop the bleeding on getting these runners on base.
Wyatt Ball, 6 foot tall, 185-pound junior from Noxapater, Mississippi.
Noxapater. Never been there.
Low and away, ball 1.
There is some activity up in the bullpen, the Hurricane bullpen, Scott.
Cole Garrett. Guess that was inside. Ball 2, 2-0.
I believe that's
ball.
A.J. Hayes up in the bullpen if I saw his number correctly.
Well, I got some binoculars right there in front of you. If you want to,
There were some fine binoculars, by the way.
If you want to take a look, see. Strike, 2-1. Wyatt Ball watches strike 1. When the top of the 3rd, Hurricanes up 2-1. Bases loaded for the Tigers. Foul ball. Back toward the visitor dugout.
That is A.J. up down in the GSW bullpen, Scott.
Got a little sunshine coming out, burning the clouds off for us. Still got a breeze swirling around out here. Flag. Looks like the way the flag's going, it looks like it's going straight towards center field. Ball 3, 3-2. Full count yet again.
Scott, what's that phone number for the regional eye down there? We probably need to call and see if we can get a doctor on site in a hurry here. I don't know where that picture
Maybe. Oh, there we go.
Oh, he made it up.
Yeah, he did. He did. I was about to get Chan 2 or Dr. Moats or somebody down here. You know, a lot of people don't realize, Dr. 2 is a Jedi Master. A lot of people don't realize that.
Jedi Master.
He sure is. Yeah. Next time you see him, make sure you bring that up to him because he's real humble. He won't tell you that, but Dr. 2 is yes. Center fielder number 2, Jalen Keys, batting in the number 5 spot, comes in with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Cole Garrett delivers. Ooh. I call that one ball 1. Harrell kind of held it there a little bit to make sure the umpire got a good look-see at it.
He does a good job behind the plate. Harrell's dad used to coach at South Georgia Tech here in Americus.
Foul ball back towards the tennis courts, towards greenhouse, swimming pool, excuse me.
Yeah.
One count. Canes up 2-1 over the Tigers.
Right back here at us, Scott.
Yes, sir. That one's going to the tennis court.
Not sure if Dr. Billy Mix, brother-in-law of Coach McDonald's, listening in, but if you are, hope you're having a good Friday there, Dr. Mix. Big supporter of GSW Athletics. Doesn't hurt to have his brother-in-law as the head coach here.
That's right. I tell you, you take a new president, new baseball coach, a whole lot of new life has been breathed in here on the campus and the athletic department. And
well, as the ball's up.
That's Harrell. Harrell maybe going to make the next.
Pretty tough.
It was.
What
Woo, man, I tell you.
That wind's got to be
yes,
blowing
sir.
about 20 miles an hour up there, too, Scott. What a good catch to end the inning.
Bases loaded. We'll take that one. Tyler Skelton steps in there, our first baseman. Batting in the number 2 spot, leads off this inning. Takes strike 1 in the bottom of the 3rd. Hurricanes still up 2-1 over the West Alabama Tigers.
I sure wish he'd light some candles for his mom and get on base here.
Amen.
Starting to help him out a little bit, Scott. That ball was in Skelton's eyes, but I'm telling you, that's easier said than done as hard as this kid's throwing.
That's exactly right. He is slinging it. Big, tall, lanky pitcher like that. Right fielder steps in there to face Waits, takes strike one. Oh, and 1 count, 1 strike to Martin.
Martin last at bat struck out in a pretty weird way. Looks like he's wearing something on that right arm that he didn't have on there the first at bat too.
One of those Evo shields. Swings at strike 3, 2 outs for the bottom of the third. Face Waits. All three of our batters have seen a first strike, taken a first strike at the plate.
Waits is starting to settle in a little bit, get a groove.
I'm glad we got those 2 runs in the first inning. Low and away, 1-1. And West Alabama comes in with a record of 2-1. They beat Columbus State in a 3-game series over in Columbus. Our Hurricanes 2-2. Strike 2 on outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs for our Hurricanes. Ball too high, almost gets away from the catcher. Booker threw that glove up there and snagged it. I'm sure umpire was very appreciative of that. Low, works him to a full count.
Our guys have been patient the first couple of innings. I'm sure they feel a little more comfortable after they've seen him a time or two, since this is the second round through.
Look at there. Line drive, right center field. Right fielder gets on his horse, catches that, makes the third out of the inning.
That was quick.
3 up, 3 down. Top of the fourth. Hurricanes up 2-1 over the West Alabama Tigers.
Leading off top half of the fourth inning is the left fielder. Squares around and bunts, foul. Welcome all the listeners to
Leading off the fourth inning for
visit with us here at Hurricane Field here in Americus, Georgia Southwestern State University. Got a pretty good game going, Scott.
We sure do. I believe. Did you tell the fans what we got report from the scouts in the previous inning?
I got a report last inning that Witz was touching 96 miles an hour last inning.
And that's dangerous in itself, but it seems like he's found the location too. So that's a kind of a double trouble for the Hurricanes unless they can rattle them in the next inning. Number 28, Roberts, digs in there to face Garrett.
And again, I don't know if West Alabama's got him on a pitch count. I'm sure they do this early this season. But he did throw a lot of pitches in the first and second inning. So that could come. Not sure what kind of bullpen West Alabama has. We did talk to one of the parents earlier from West Alabama. But having said that,
I believe that parent you and I were talking to, he said his son a lot of times comes in relief for Wilkes. I mean, sorry, Waits comes in for Waits, and more of a Greg Maddox type pitcher, more of a spotty and not as much velocity. Garrett gets strike 3 on the leadoff hitter.
Jake Hartman.
Roberts goes back to the dugout with the first out. So, like Garrett has settled down a little bit from the last inning.
Both of these pitchers have had their moments, that's for sure. Good pitch right there to start him off.
Designated hitter Jake Hartman takes first strike, 0-1.
Little curve ball to start him off right there down the middle.
Makes
Scott,
it 1-1.
I'd like to really take the time right now, too, to really thank our athletic department, our SID, you listeners and who's watching this game. Keith Micklig, our SID, and the folks helping him really have done a good job. Hope you're enjoying our new camera out in center field this year. Makes it a little more fun to watch, that view.
That's true, and the student workers they've got here for us that are doing a lot of the work and the input, just do a phenomenal job. We've all beginning of the season for everybody, and trying to work out the first few games jitters.
I tell you, we got a lot of great coaches. We got a lot of great people in that athletic department. Mike Leader does a good job, and I'll tell you, being around the athletic department a lot, Scott, folks just don't realize we are a little bit understaffed, and they do a fantastic job.
That's right.
If you come out here, you'd never know it. Oh, it pulled him off the bag, Scott.
Hard ground ball to Beta, first baseman. The throw pulled him off the bag. They scored that one an error. So we got a runner on first with 1 out. Next batter, number 8 spot, the catcher, Justin Booker, digs in to face Garrett.
It's like Beta just took a little off that throw. Sometimes it's hard playing second base to really put something on it to get over there, or you're just a little scared to. It looks like he just didn't step in to throw that ball.
Right. He made such a great fielding play.
Sure did. Maybe you just knew that we setting up for a double play right here.
That's it. I believe they call that hustling.
Runner goes.
1-0 count. Harrell comes up firing.
Good throw down there. He got a pretty good jump right there, Scott.
Sure did. Hartman gets a stolen base. So got a runner at second with 1 out. 2 balls, and the number 8 spot catcher, Booker, up to bat. Hurricanes holding on to a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 4th inning. I tell you, the sun's out now. I may have to bring my little travel ball tent here tomorrow for us, since we've been relegated to the kids' table.
You do look like you're starting to get a little flush, Scott.
I know.
I see your hair's turning white.
Well, yeah, that does. That comes with age.
Good pitch right there.
Strike one. It's either let it turn white or get some of that just for men and let your friends abuse you for that, so I'll choose the former.
Or you could do like me, Scott. I'm going bald.
Hey, that's all right.
Got a first for some people. My wife cut my hair today, and I've been shaving it here recently, and she started crying. I don't know if that's a good sign or not.
Ball four. Booker walks, got runners at first and second. Number 33, the right fielder, Austin Moffitt, steps up to the plate to face Garrett.
Right fielder Austin Moffitt.
But, it's okay, Ryan, at our age. The chase is over for us, so, we can kind of shave our heads or let our hair go gray. We're going to be fine either way.
But I do want our listeners to know how really good looking I am, Scott. Although I am taken.
Well, there's a reason they got us behind the scenes and not really behind the camera, in front of the cameras that they don't parade us out there.
Don't say yourself so short, Scott. All right, we need
0-1, one out.
Here.
Yes, sir. Need to get out of this inning.
Good pitch. Stay down.
Beta fields it, goes to first, gets the sure out at first. Two outs right now.
Good decision made. He bobbled it a little bit. Way to knock it down and get an out, Scott.
That's exactly right. Runners advance. We got runners at second and third now with 2 outs. Leadoff batter R.J. Brown, the Tiger shortstop, gets ready to face Garrett.
R.J. Brown.
Typically, these middle infielders have pretty good wheels. I bet this kid can run pretty good. I'd like for him to hit it right to somebody.
Ball one. I guess that one was inside, maybe.
Either that or a little up.
Cole digs in. Foul ball. Over the parking lot. I think I hit that right in the middle of the street.
That'd be a good BP ball.
Yes, sir. Thankfully, there was no car driving by at that time. If there was, they'd need to go to Titanic.
Get a pinstripe.
One of our sponsors. Ball 2-1. Harrell really getting down, blocking that pitch, keeping it from going to the backstop, saving another run.
Very good defensive catcher, Scott. Does a good job moving around back there. Tough kid.
Ooh, 2-2.
Had to miss just a hair low. Good fastball in there. We have 80 listeners now, Scott. Want to welcome everybody again.
I was thinking there for a while it was just mine and your family members.
We only have 1 thumbs up. If you listeners are out there, how about give us a thumbs up, would you?
You realize
Good
what
gracious,
you just did.
You realize you got to put up with me and Scott for 2 more games after this? Can't we get some thumbs up so we don't have to talk bad about anybody listening here?
R.J. Brown takes it, and we got the bases loaded with that walk.
Third baseman Trevor Smeaton.
You realize
Coach McDonald.
by bringing attention to the thumb sign, there's a down thumb too.
They make that now?
Yeah, there's one of those on
goodness.
YouTube also. So perhaps we probably should have kept our mouth shut with that. Maybe
We should have. As we have Coach McDonald coming out to make a pitching change here for the Hurricanes.
Attention fans, a defensive change for the Hurricanes. Now pitching is number 16, A.J. Hayes.
Hayes in there to face his first batter, number 27, the third baseman for West Alabama, Trevor Smeaton.
Scott, I was just talking away. I'm not sure if our listeners heard me, but A.J. Hayes comes in. He's pitched 3 innings so far for the Hurricanes this year. The opponents are only batting 125 against him.
Hayes hails from Canton, Georgia, went to Woodstock High School. He is put in a precarious situation right here. He's worked him to 0-2. Trevor Smeaton, the number 2 batter, has a 0-2 count against our relief pitcher, A.J. Hayes. Hayes, a marketing major.
Good pitch.
Strike 3. Willie Mays Hayes. A.J. Willie Mays Hayes comes in and mows him down.
Go Willie.
For the Hurricanes here in the bottom of the 4th, sophomore left fielder from LaGrange, Georgia, number 25, Bo Halcomb. Halcomb hits a high hopper. Short side. No!
Great.
Yes, sir. Halcomb reaches first. They scored that error. I probably wouldn't have. I took a pretty hard throw, but, you know, I'm a little.
He threw it in the dirt.
Yeah, he did. You're right.
He had time to make that throw.
You're right. Yeah, I'm a little more generous, I guess. Halcomb known for his speed, too, you know.
Blazing.
That's exactly right.
He was hustling down the line.
That's right. Next up, number 39, Tyler Adams, our designated hitter. Pop way up in the area and down right field where we can't see it. I'm going to judge by the reaction from.
They're nodding their heads, so
Who
still no umpires made a signal. Which normally in baseball you can see the full game, but since we're obstructed by the dugout here, we're just assuming since he went back to the dugout he was out.
That's it. That's exactly right. Unless he broke his composite bat that he must have caught it. I would have thought that at least the West Alabama players would have reacted some way, but they didn't even react to it.
They're used to it,
I guess. Number 7, Matthew Mamadas up there.
Boy, he's really throwing.
Yes, sir.
Throwing a little cheese up there.
Leadoff batter Halcomb at first base. Mamadas digs in. High fly ball to right field. Brings us to out number 2 in the inning. Number 22, Jamison Wilkes, our third baseman, gets ready to step in there and face Waits. Waits, you know, had a high pitch count those first couple of innings. He's worked pretty efficiently these last 2, though.
He sure has. He's settled down. He's working, he's getting ahead in the count and really working a lot faster and a lot better.
Whew. What's the gun on that one?
I'm going to give him a 95, Scott.
Okay, thank you.
He's throwing gas. There's
He
no
sure
doubt
is.
about it.
Ball 1 to Wilkes. Wilkes batting in the number 8 spot.
If you are joining us, this kid on the mound, pro prospect, got a few scouts in the stands.
We might have just jinxed him. I hope so, because he is now throwing a couple of balls in there. Looking like a hard time finding the strike zone again.
84 listeners and 8 thumbs up.
Oh, we got 8 thumbs up now, Scott.
8 thumbs up. What is that cost? How do you calculate that in dollars?
Well, we're getting a raise.
That's right. That's exactly right. Hey, when you volunteer, you get what you pay for.
That's right. You're getting a phone call there, Scott.
I know. I had to send it to voicemail. I should have silenced my phone.
Could be listening.
And not that one. Yeah, that was a strike. I can call that one from here, but that's okay. 3-0 count. That's what you're going to get.
Tell you what, though, Scott, we made a bad mistake just a while ago.
How's that?
We didn't thank everybody for those thumbs up.
That's exactly right. Thank you so much for those thumbs up. I tell you what, I think I was a little worried that once we brought attention to it that we might go the other direction. Got ball 4 on Wilkes. Wilkes stood in there and worked weights a little bit, and that's what we like to see. We want to see the momentum changing a little bit. Harold takes strike 1. I think he took a little bit off that pitch. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Scott, you know, we're playing this game. This first pitch was at 12 o'clock. You want to tell us a little bit why we were playing so early today? What's going on tonight?
I do. Tonight, most people in the community know we've got the Night to Shine. The night, some people know that is sponsored by the Tim Tebow Foundation, and it's a prom for adults and young people with special needs. And our Georgia Southwestern baseball team is really involved in it. They end up being buddies to a lot of our guests tonight. And I'm going to tell you, I worked last year's event. I worked this year's event. And before I really even got to know any of our players, I remember telling my wife at the end of last year's event, the ones the volunteers who impressed me the most, that were the buddies of the guest of the prom, was the Georgia Southwestern baseball team. They just got in there, they danced, they had a great time, they made sure their guests had a great time, very respectful, dressed up, and that's why we're playing an early game today, is because our baseball team fouled out behind us. Looks like it's going to land in the tennis court. Count 2-2. The count is 2-2 with 2 outs, runners at first and second. Top of the fourth with the score, Canes 2, Tigers 1. But going with that, this if you don't know about the Night to Shine, it's going to be going on all over the country and in other countries too. Tim Tebow Foundation has started this, and it has just grown exponentially over the years. And here in America, we just have a great group of volunteers. I know the people. You've got Rebecca Willis Wells, who's one of the volunteers that just does a great job. Laura Gerlach, Dr. Moats. So many people. I shouldn't even start naming because just so many people. But it's just a great event. It's hosted by the First Baptist Church in Americus, and they just really. I mean, there's workers over there right now setting up for it, getting ready for tonight, and they have been for several days, and there's been months in the planning. So that's a hit, yes sir, hit in the center field.
What a big hit right there with 2 outs, Scott.
Number 25, Bo Halcomb, who reached, I believe, on that error, came around and scored.
Come back to help with the program, so a lot of supporters. Alyssa Leader will be there. She'll actually be a date.
Yes.
Or a buddy, I believe.
Yeah, buddy, right. Okay. That's it. Yeah.
But what a great
very
charity.
Careful.
What a great.
Yes.
Great opportunity for volunteers and our athletes to get involved in our community and really help people have a great night.
It is. I mean, I'm telling you, you sit there. It's so easy. Beta up to bat, our second baseman, at the leadoff spot, swung at strike one. It's so easy to get down and be cynical about our youth today, the things that you hear reported with social media and all that kind of thing. But and like I said, you're right. The baseball team, and I'm sure there's other athletes and students, student athletes, and just students in general who are going to be helping out tonight to make sure tonight's special for a lot of these guests. And like I said, just if you're not plugged in and you're losing faith in the youth and society in general, go find a night to shine close to your own, wherever you're living or wherever you're listening to, and volunteer. Now, they do the background checks, and which ruled you out, I think, Ryan,
Yeah, unfortunately.
But if you can pass a background check and you got a heart to help people, then and make sure you make a night special for some really great adults and teenagers together. Volunteer for Night to Shine. Beta fouls that pitch away. The count remains 2-2.
Well, we need to get these runners around, Scott.
Yes, sir. I tell you what, Waits is a good pitcher, but I don't think our boys have been too intimidated by him.
They really haven't. I've been very proud of them. They're digging in, taking their time at the plate.
3 runs in 4 innings is respectable against any college pitcher. Ball 3 works him to a full count with 2 outs. Ryan, I mean, obviously I never played baseball at this level, but you did. But when you're able to face a pitcher like this that has the stand full of scouts today, is it something you dread or you anticipate? I mean, you're anxious for, or what?
Well, any good athlete likes to compete. So, I mean, of course, I think you focused in a little bit more when you're facing somebody like this, Scott, just getting this kinds of attention.
Beta hits a line drive to center field.
That's
Center
down.
fielder,
That's
that guy's
down.
falling by. In between the center fielder and second baseman. It was a 3-2 count with 2 outs, so our guy at first was running. He got all the way to third. Tyler Skelton, our first baseman, number 2 batter, steps in there. Runners at first and third. 2 outs. It's a grounder up the middle to the shortstop. He flips it to second baseman, catches the lead runner going to second. And that'll do us, but not before we scored 2 runs. So Georgia Southwestern 4, West Alabama Tigers 1. Taylor Clemens, number 25, bats in the 3 spot for the UWA.
Willie Mays Hayes is still out there on the mound there.
I tell you what, he came in some great relief work in the last inning, stopped the bleeding. And
boy, he is working quick.
Yes, sir.
Getting ahead of these hitters. That makes life easy if you're an infielder and a coach.
And it's nice. They tacked on another couple of runs last inning. He was crowding the plate there.
Brush back a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. West Alabama got 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error. Hurricanes 4 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. Count is 2-2 with no outs to the leadoff man in the top of the 5th inning for the Tigers. Oh, he wanted to swing at that one, but
good pitch, though. Right,
it was a good
there
pitch, yes, sir.
in that situation. He's got him a little off balanced. He's mixing it up pretty well.
Full count. Fouls it straight back. Count remains full to the West Alabama first baseman.
Ooh,
Yeah,
stung that out there.
Yeah,
to
he
left.
got on that one. That's maybe extra bases. Clemens rounds first, heads to second, stands up at second. Throw comes into third. Leadoff double for the West Alabama Tigers.
I believe he's having a pretty good day today. I can't remember, but don't have the stats right beside me, but I believe he's had a couple of hits tonight. The kid who just hit the ball.
Second baseman for the Tigers, number 9, Wyatt Ball. Batting cleanup. Stands in there as the number 2 batter this inning. Swings at a strike 1. Fastball low, got him to chase it. AJ's Willie Mays Hayes gets ready to deliver to the Tiger second baseman.
Scott, I just saw a helicopter fly over, and that reminds me of something.
What's that?
We got an event coming up in May. Even you West Alabama folks probably like to get in on this if you want to win some money. Our athletic department is putting on what we call the Hailstorm as the swing on and miss. But the Hailstorm, we're selling golf balls. The athletic department, $100 a ball, Scott. $500 for a corporate sponsor. We're going to sell 2,000 golf balls, and we're going to dump them out of a helicopter. And closest to the pin wins $25,000.
And, there's people out there right now going, you know what, mine will land probably be the one that will land the farthest from the pin. But
well, guess what, Scott? You're a winner. Chicken dinner. That's $1,000 to somebody furthest.
That's
Second
right.
place, $10,000, Scott.
Yes, sir.
Anywhere from 3 through 9, we're giving away $1,000. So some of you West Alabama people, go on our website and sign up for a ball. You local folks sign up. West Alabama people could rub it in our face and donate that back to their athletic department. What do you think about that?
That's right. Better odds than you have with the lottery.
That's for sure.
Ball grounded out to Beta, makes a clean catch and throw for out number 1.
But on those lines, Scott, that money's going towards we're already underway about to start breaking ground on our indoor hitting facility. We're going to have about $1 million indoor hitting facility, a locker room for the baseball team, and hitting facilities for the softball and baseball team. So that's going to help these hurricanes with bad weather. It's going to help give us some more facilities for recruiting. I know these players will enjoy it. The softball ladies and these young men coming to play baseball here at Georgia Southwestern. That is phase 1 and 2 of some fundraising that we're doing. The other is to get us a press box, Scott.
I tell you what, that'd be nice today, and it's going to get warmer down here. I mean, it's sunny and nice today, but towards the end of the season,
it is. But you and I have some games down here where we're going to be chattering our teeth too.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's true. It's, the winter is not over here for sure, even though we've got a beautiful day today.
Positive things going on here at Georgia Southwestern from academically, athletically, and I'm not sure where that pitch was, Scott.
That's a regional eye care center entry into the yeah, there's a little chatter from
a little chirping out of the
yeah, well, he should.
Pitching coach.
But that'll get him a regional eye care center entry into our gift certificate drawing at the end of the year for the umpires. That one lined right up the middle. Foster fields it cleanly. Throws to Amatis, to Beta, but not before a run scores. Drives in the run. Makes the score 4-2. Hurricanes over the Tigers.
Scott, that's a little bit easier pill to swallow than us walking guys.
Yes.
Come on. I mean,
yeah,
if we're going to give up runs, I want them to earn them. And,
that's exactly right.
Earn that run right there.
J.D. Roberts.
Roberts, left fielder, bats in the number 6 spot. Steps in there to face Hayes. Another one, line drive up the middle. Foster. Ooh. Keys leaning, almost got caught leaning off a little too much there, but he got back.
Those are 3 hard hit balls, Scott.
May get us a little stirring in the bullpen. Hayes has done a great job here in relief.
Well, he's throwing strikes, that's for sure.
Yes, sir.
I certainly like to see that.
Jake Hartman.
He's giving us a chance every time he throws a strike.
Yes, sir. He's been calling that outside pitch all day.
He likes it. Just hope we're taking note of it.
Yes, sir.
On both sides.
0-1 to Roberts. Hayes gets ready. Fires in.
Good pitch.
Strike 2. Swinging.
Another good pitch.
Strike 3. Drop, tagged him out. J.D. Roberts heads back to the dugout. Not very happy, but he swung it. Justin Booker steps in there with 2 outs. Runner on second. West Alabama down 4-2. A.J. Hayes gets set to deliver. High ball 1.
Scott, just to tell all our listeners, too, what's going on here. If you're a Hurricane fan and your child here coming in our athletic program now, boy, you couldn't come at a better time with what we have going on here. You know, we just got lights on our soccer field with this new $1 million indoor hitting facility and a locker room. We're also getting close to building a $3.5 million facility out at our golf course. We have an opportunity to do some other things on campus, so you moms and dads, hopefully soon you won't be recognizing the campus from what you once saw when your child came here as a freshman. So
and
these kids have a great opportunity from a standpoint of growth on campus.
And Ryan, that what's planned out there at the golf course, that's going to help us regionally. I mean, that's a conference center. We'll be able to host some events here. Anybody that's got any kind of business concerns in America ought to be on board with that right quick, because I'm telling you, I know you and I both, we have to go take classes around the state. So Hopper Mamatis fields it, but it was just
tough play.
That was a tough play. That was
smart of him to hold that ball.
Yes, sir.
There.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No way. That was just a high bouncing back up the middle. He was on his horse. He fielded it cleanly, but there was
smart to hold on to it.
Put it in your pocket on one like that. Put it in your pocket. But this conference center that's out at the Griffin Bell Golf Center, I tell you, that is something that everybody in the community and regionally need to be involved in, because we could host classes, conferences, a lot of places. We got so much to offer here in Americus with Plains and Andersonville and the downtown, what's going on downtown, that we need to showcase it throughout the state. And the conference center is really one of the things that if you sit there and you go, well, I'm not a big sports fan or whatever, well, let me tell you something. If you're a fan of people coming and visiting here and spend money, you better get on the conference center.
Wow, that was stung out there. That's going to be a hit out there to left, Scott, no doubt.
Scores 2 runs. It ties up the game.
What a ball game we got here on campus here at GSW at Hurricane Field. That should definitely get the bullpen stirring a little bit. Maybe not with 2 outs.
Yeah.
I still don't see any activity.
Well, this being a 3-game series, we got to have all our relief pitchers, all 3. I mean, we got 3 games in 2 days, so it's. I mean, I can understand that.
AJ's throwing strikes. He's getting us opportunities. So
it's just the ball's just finding those little holes.
And Scott, back to our Golf and Conference Center, folks. You mentioned Griffin Bell, former Attorney General for the United States.
Yes, sir.
So what a great honor we have ahead of us to
honor his legacy with
absolutely.
with showcasing the conference center and the golf course there. And
not to mention GSW has a great golf team. Got a good we have a super golf coach in Darcy Donaldson.
Once again, right there between short and second.
Hitting the stew out of it.
I know.
Got a chance at second, Scott.
Yeah, he's gone. That's it. Out number 3, but not before they score 4 runs in the inning. Makes a score 5-4. They go ahead of our Hurricanes in the top half of the 5th. Hurricanes up to bat. The bottom of the 5th, down by 1 run.
Got to get the bats hot. And welcome back to Hurricane Field. We have Jay Martin, Jonathan Martin, number 20, the right fielder, leading off.
I'm doing just fine, Ryan. How are you?
All right. As first pitch in there for a strike to Jamar. Darcy, tell us a little bit about you getting ready for this upcoming season, I guess, aren't you?
Yes, we are. Just had practice this morning. We leave on the 16th for our first tournament of the spring. Just hoping for some good weather.
Well, we got some here today at Hurricane Field, Darcy. I tell you what, as Jamar looks at strike 2 down the middle, I don't know, Darcy, if you've had a chance to watch this kid on the mound, but he throws heat. As Jamar swings and hit out to left field, that's a base hit. A 0-2 pitch that Jonathan Martin hits out to left, which is going to bring up Hunter Foster for the Hurricanes. So, Darcy, we were just talking about, Scott and I were just talking about the Griffin Bell and Golf and Conference Center. I know you're excited that we're making some headway here with hopefully getting us a new facility out there at the golf course.
Yes, very excited. It's going to take a little bit of time, obviously, but it'll be a good addition for us, the community, the members, the players, and yeah, a lot of big things happening.
So tell us a little bit, Darcy. How did we do last year in golf, and what do you see? What do you see us progressing from last year, Darcy?
Last year it was a younger team. We made the postseason, played NCAA regionals up in North Carolina. Not a lot of change. We did lose one out of the starting 5, but we did replace him. I think that for us, it's knowing the golf courses this semester, coming off last year, a lot more experience. Expectations are high. With some good weather. We've had a lot of good practices over the last couple of weeks, and I think we're getting ready to go.
How many All-Americans we got on the team this year, Darcy?
One, potentially a second. One for sure. A lot of golf to be played. That's just after the fall season, but a lot of golf to be played over the course of probably 7 weeks, 8 weeks. So we're looking forward to it.
I know you guys play in probably one of the tough regionals, assuming we make it there, and I expect that we will. I hope we do. We're expecting a lot out of those guys this year, but you want to talk a little bit how competitive this region is around here?
Yeah, it's the way it's structured for the national championship. There's 4 regions, and top 5 teams kind of come out of each one. Our perfect examples last year, our regional.
Bounce, we got Holcomb at the plate. Halcomb at the plate, I'm sorry. His mama did come over here and straighten Scott out now, and I appreciate that. Now she needs to come straighten me out. As Bo looks in for ball 1 up high. But Darcy hails from Canada. We just hired a soccer coach that also from Canada. For long, we liable to have Canadian flags flying all around this place, Darcy.
We flock to warmer weather.
Yeah, well, hey, we're so proud to have Darcy here, and I think Darcy was part of the search committee for our soccer coach, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Was there any bias there, Darcy? Just
no,
not at
all. Not at all.
Oh, okay.
Didn't even look at that part.
But you guys speak the same language.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We definitely do. We speak hockey.
There you go. I believe I just met him yesterday. I think it's Eric.
Eric, yes.
And Eric just showed up, I believe, 2 days ago on campus and is working hard with our soccer team. So as Scott and I have talked, we got a lot going on here at GSW in athletics, and we're getting folks all the way north of the border. And speaking of how far folks travel, Darcy, as Bo watches ball 2 there. And they throw it out in the outfield. We're going to score a run there. 5-5. McDonald holds it up, and it's 5-5. So McDonald holds the runner at third as the throw goes out into center field. It's going to be an error, of course. And I tell you, Georgia Southwestern called a break right there, Darcy.
You sure did. Not much of a baseball guy. I do enjoy coming out here watching, but I like to learn as well.
Well, Darcy, tell us where I was going with as far as how folks travel. Tell us where some of your kids come from that you have on the team, Darcy.
I've got 2 from Augusta, 3 from Georgia, so the other one is from Thomaston. And I've got 1 from Norway, Sweden, England, and Colombia.
Wow. I just think that's crazy, and all of them like America. So I know, and
do.
I've met all your kids, and they're great guys.
You know, I think it's a lot of what we have as well. You know, we have a golf course on campus, good practice facilities. The weather is nice most of the year. You know, so some of the ones from overseas, you know, they enjoy and they flock to, just like I did, they flock south for the warmer weather.
As Tyler Adams steps in, he takes the first pitch for ball 1. We got 1 out. We're in the bottom half of the 5th inning. This game's all tied up. Hurricanes scored a run with a throw out in the outfield. Again, we're joined by our golf coach, Darcy Donaldson. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 2-1's the count. And we're holding Darcy up a little bit. I know Mike Leader has got him working hard. We got the GISA regional here at Georgia Southwestern on campus. We welcome all the folks from out of town. As Adams looks at strike 2 on the outside part of the plate, like a fastball. Well, Darcy, does this weather, obviously, it can't hurt recruiting. Do you think?
No.
Do you attribute some of your recruiting efforts to being down south? And
Definitely.
A lot of pretty weather?
You know, I was in West Virginia coaching before I was here, and you know, I had a lot of Europeans there as well. And you know, you play for about 9 months there, but here it's 12 months, and you know, they just want the opportunity to do what they can every day to get better. You know, like I mentioned before, with the course on campus and the nice weather, even the nice weather we're having right now, it's definitely something they look for.
As Adams swings and misses at strike 3, that's 2 outs. It's going to bring up McManus. We're going to get hooked on phonics here before me here at Georgia. I just want you to know, McManus, we love them all right here at Georgia Southwestern. Now, Darcy, one thing that folks probably don't know about you that I'll tell on you, as McManus said, we're going to have to carry that over to the next inning. I know you got to go, but maybe it was a high throw. Hadn't had a signal yet, KC, and he calls him out. What a good hustle there by McManus. McDonald's coming over to argue. As McDonald's in there asking questions, apparently he doesn't agree with the umpire. And that's going to be a raffle ticket for the outfield umpire for Regional I. The umpires got together and overturned that call at first base. Apparently, the argument was that he has slid out of the baseline, and that's why they called him out. We couldn't see from over here at our vantage. And we've put Darcy to work, and my kids love Coach.
Third baseman,
And
Jamison Wilkes.
Darcy does a good job putting basketball goals together, ping pong tables, and any other toys that you might need.
It's all for the good cooking.
When he leaves, we'll give his cell phone number out so you can call him if you need him at Christmas time. After Santa Claus has delivered some of those unput-together gifts under the tree. As Wilkes is in there, he stands at count 1-1, 2 outs. Got a runner at first base. I think I can't see down there, but I'm pretty sure we still got a runner on down there. How long you been out here, Darcy? I know you've been working. Have you been out here seeing much of the game today?
No, I got here in the third inning.
Well, I tell you,
Bottom of the third.
we're glad you're out here. We appreciate the hard work you're doing here for Georgia Southwestern.
My pleasure.
Swing hit right out in front of the home plate. Throws him out at first, and that's going to end the inning, but not before the Canes go ahead. We're up 6-5. We're headed into the top of the 6th inning. See you back here in just a few. Thank you, Darcy.
Thank you, Ryan.
Leading off the 6th inning.
Hurricanes make a pitching change. Number 23, Donaldson. Jared Donaldson comes in to pitch from Albany, Georgia.
Right
He will,
down the road.
yes, sir. He'll face number 27, Trevor Smeaton.
Squares around the bunt. Pulled it back.
Darcy, that was an awesome interview, by the way, too. Ryan, I got to hear part of it. I got to watch a little bit of the game and enjoy it, too, during the interview. I think he's kind of a good luck charm. We need to bring him in the middle inning sometime and interview him sometime. I tell you, that I have never seen the players go off the field and then they reverse the call and then bring them back on.
I really can't say that I have either. Heck of kudos to Coach McDonald for getting over there in there arguing his point. And a great job by the umpires, by the way.
That's what I was about to say.
Together, Scott.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
Making the right call there.
I mean, that's in the day and age, you think just probably a generation ago, the umpires back then, they'd have dug their heels in and said, sorry,
Right.
But I think this, a big move to just get it right by officiating because the home plate umpire and really, if you remember, the field umpire, he wasn't 100% certain on that call. He was looking for some help when he made that call.
And listen, if there's any NFL referees that refereed the Saints game, they could probably take a little play out of that playbook, couldn't they, Scott?
Ryan, I hate the Saints. I do. I'm a Falcon fan from the William Andrews, Steve Bartkowski, and I'm telling you, I'm making that referee a Christmas card. Just to be honest with you. So, I'm sorry if we've lost any New Orleans viewers.
Well, I know we're back down to 89 listeners. Maybe that was the Saints fan who left us.
Maybe it was. That's the truth. Oh yeah, I just couldn't have stomached them coming to Atlanta for Super Bowl. That would have been. That'd have been rough for us. So,
almost sacrilegious.
It would. It would have been. It'd been like having the devil in the church, man. I'm telling you. That's exactly what it would have been.
Well, maybe that's where we need to put the devil.
Well, keep him in New Orleans for all I care. You ask me. We got a full count to the leadoff batter. Hot shot, shortstop. Yep.
Pretty big hop out there at shortstop. See how they score that officially. It's a hard hit ball, though, man. I mean, it just took that hop. It's right in front of him.
Number 3 batter, Taylor Clemens, first baseman for the
Kent, what do you say?
West Alabama Tigers, steps in there to face Donaldson.
So y'all scoring in a hit? Officially, Scott, they gave him a hit on that. It was a very hard hit ball.
It was. It was a tough one to handle. I mean, it hopped right there.
He had broke his sternum if he would have hit him.
Yeah. I heard you were over there with a group voting on it, so I went ahead and picked up with a.
Well, we even got the West Alabama's SID's input, Kent.
Well, good.
He put his 2 cents worth in there very nicely.
Good. I've scratched him off my list of suspects then from our earlier thievery of our lineups.
If you're just joining us, Scott's getting old and he can't keep up with the lineup, and he's wanting to accuse people of stealing it.
I get here early every time, so everything's ready. We get the games, and I can't find our lineups. Let me tell you something, brother. Somebody thieved them, and they brought them back to us. I'm going to tell you.
I think they're scared of you, Scott.
Well, tomorrow they'll have to take it out of my pocket. When I get my hands on it, it's going in my pocket.
Oh, little curveball missed inside right there, Scott. It's 3-1. Again, let me reiterate: if you want to participate in the hailstorm, go to gswcanes.com/hailstorm. Just check it out. Even I think could be lucky over there in Alabama.
That's right.
Or Americus, or wherever you're listening in from.
Bam! Yes, what a heck of a play. Out!
What a
yes,
play.
Sir. Yes, sir.
What a play.
Yes, sir. Now I want to.
Beta's down a little bit.
Yeah, Beta made that play.
He got banged up on that play.
He did. He made a heck of a play. I was going to halfway give that play to Mamadas.
Just because?
Yep. But I think it's good to see Beta up on his own strength. But
nothing dirty there. Runner went in hard like he's supposed to. Great fielding. Great play by
Beta's hopping it off. Yes, sir. I'm telling you, that was a phenomenal play. But both Mamadas and Beta have made some just great defensive plays today. And yes, sir. 1 out, full count, nobody on base.
Boy, I tell you what, these Canes never quit, Scott.
No, sir.
They're playing so hard. Proud of these Canes.
New attitudes, man. It's just refreshing.
I don't know if the camera can pick them up over there. As the ball's hit out to deep center field.
Foster on his horse, bounces off the wall. He comes up firing. It's going to be – he's going for
he's
three.
Going for third.
No, sir. He's dead.
Oh,
He's
the
dead.
throw took him off the bag, Scott.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, man.
Pretty good relay there coming in. What a
It was.
way to hustle there for the runner there, number 25. Who is that?
Number 25. He got up – Clemens. He's a little ginger. He got up a little gingerly. He's a man. When I saw him turning for second, I thought he's dead. Yes, sir.
Pretty good relay out there
yes,
from
sir.
center. That ball was hit all the way out to right center field. But a great relay. The throw just took him up the line just a hair there, Scott.
That's right.
Perfect throw. Would have took a perfect throw to get him, but they're pretty aggressive on the base paths right there.
That's right. High and away. Ball one. Yes, sir. Number 9, Wyatt Ball, the second baseman. He bats in the number 4 spot for the Tigers.
The wind is blowing right out there where that ball was hit.
High and away again. 2 balls. Canes have got 6 runs on 4 hits and 1 error.
Amazing.
West Alabama, 5 runs, 10 hits, but they have 3 errors.
And, we don't know how this game is going to shape up, but they're going to look back. If the Canes win, you can certainly attribute it to some walks. A lot of walks in the first inning.
Some good defensive plays, too, though, I tell
absolutely.
You. That's just been All right. Runners on the corners with 1 out.
Speaking of walks.
Yep. Jalen Keys, a center fielder, number 5 batter, steps in there for the Tigers. When I saw on the schedule we were playing West Alabama, I went to West Georgia. And so, I kind of remember a lot of the schools and that, Division II schools up in Alabama and all. And I was like, how have I never heard of West Alabama? I mean, I'd heard of it, but I don't remember hearing about it when I was in college. Back in my day, it was called Livingston University. It's in Livingston, Alabama, and it's had 2 or 3 different. I looked at the history of it online, but I remember it more as Livingston University than I do as West Alabama.
And these guys are in the Gulf South. That's in there with Valdosta.
Yes, West Georgia.
They do have a football team, and Valdosta won the national championship this year.
That's right. That's right. He showed bunt, pulled it back.
I'm not sure if they were trying to pull a little safety squeeze on us right there or not.
I don't know.
The runner got back pretty quick. It obviously wasn't a squeeze. I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive when they've had base runners on, trying to move them over. Been unsuccessful a few times when they've tried to bunt.
They had a double steal earlier in the game.
So these guys are aggressive. They coach very aggressive on the base pass, which I do like.
I believe all the scouts have left us, Ryan. I believe they anticipate a pitching change in the bottom half of the inning.
Yep, I do see somebody warming up in West Alabama's bullpen.
We're in the top of the 6th inning. 3-1. Miss Lowe again. Donaldson's got 1 out. Got a 3-1 count against Keys. Keys. Ooh, we've been having to. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's
smart move.
Out. Yes, sir. I'm
got
sorry.
I
called.
That,
yes, sir. I called.
You got a little excited there.
I did. I was
ready. The umpires were a little behind you there, Scott.
Well,
good call.
Well, I wanted to help them out because they needed a little help in the last inning. So that right there, they did score a run. They did tie us up, but we got out of a pinch right there. So going into the bottom half of the 6th inning. Pitching change. Waits out of the game now. Brought in number 31, Kirby Osborne.
And they closed the book on weights, and Scott, I'm not real sure. I don't have the stats in front of me, because we're sitting down from our SID, but I'm not sure if I'm glad or not that Waits is out of the game. I mean,
he didn't hurt us really much.
Not really. He's a very hard thrower, good-looking kid, but probably wasn't his best night.
Well, he leaves giving up 6 runs one way or the other. I mean, some earned, some not, but still.
He's not on the hook for the loss, that's for sure, because
no.
we're tied up here.
No. We got number 24, our catcher, Jacob Harrell, in there to bat. He's got a 2-1 count.
Didn't mean to,
but they bring him up with 2-2. I want to apologize to the fans at home for getting a little too excited at the end of that last inning. I felt I needed to help the umpire out a little bit.
Well, and I believe you did, Scott. We'll give you credit for that called out.
Well, an assist at least, because I'm telling you, hot shot to the shortstop. Oh, he finds a handle. I wish I hated to see that, but I really don't.
I don't either.
Jacob Harrell reaches. They gave a big fat E to the number 6 spot. Snyder's got us on a short leash,
I know, and I hope he's. I assume he's back in the office doing a little work.
Maybe so.
What time is it?
Ball outside.
I don't know if government people work past 2 o'clock or not, though, Scott.
He's 10 to 2, about 10 to 2 usually when he works, I think, doesn't he? We got a 1-0 count to number 13, our leadoff man, Jason Beta, who made a heck of a play at second base.
Yes, he did.
To catch somebody trying to steal. I believe that's what it was. Wasn't he trying to steal? Threw it out there. That's what I thought it was. See, what people at home need to realize, we don't have a staff of folks helping us. Me and you going by our 42 and 50-year-old memories.
Well, the memories and binoculars that you went and bought from Regional Eye Center.
Yes. Those are turkey hunting binoculars. I'll need them for turkey season in just a few weeks.
I want to apologize to all our government listeners out there. We know they work hard, Scott.
Oh, your phone's blowing up, isn't it, brother?
I think I'm getting a few texts, and my wife's keeping me in check. Give a shout out to my wife, Mandy Young, who was cutting my hair crying earlier.
Well.
But, I mean, look, I think she was just stunned with the beauty underneath, Scott.
That's true. And she's getting you that salve for those peck marks, too, right?
Absolutely. I hope she hadn't started cooking supper yet.
Where are you eating supper tonight?
Well, I don't know. Wherever she tells me.
Okay.
Job running at the runner instead of getting excited throwing the ball
right.
First. He made him commit.
That's a pop-up to the infield. Shortstop. R.J. Brown fields that one. Harrell goes back to first. 2 outs.
Tell you what, Scott, West Alabama's probably not going to be too happy with those 4 errors.
Makes an 0-2 count. that new pitcher they got in. Where's he from?
Lando Lakes, Florida.
Known for its butter. They got to have a big butter factory down there, I think.
My wife's telling me she can't hear us.
Okay. Well, that may be a gift.
Merry Christmas. It's the early Christmas present to all you listeners.
Your microphone is a little far away from you.
I don't think she can hear either one of us, but
That's it.
She don't hear very well anyway.
Well, I bet she heard that.
She said now she can hear. Selective hearing,
Yes.
I think, Scott.
Go ahead.
Babe, but if you'll keep texting, we want our listeners to be able to hear us because we don't want y'all to miss on all the important things we're talking about, especially the things that's going around campus.
And not only that, we will be doing a doubleheader tomorrow. Martin hits the second baseman, fields cleanly, throws to the first baseman. Clemens gets the third out of the inning. We go to the top of the seventh, all knotted up at 6.
What a great game.
It is, man. I told you we'd get it. We get it.
Left fielder J.D. Roberts.
Number 28, left fielder J.D. Roberts leads us off in the 7th inning. Donaldson's still in there to pitching.
Scott, we got Shabrita Reddick, all you YouTube watchers. If you want to know how you're going in and out, she's doing a fantastic job, and we want to thank her for doing that.
Amen.
She does a great job for Georgia Southwestern.
He called that a ball.
I wasn't watching.
Well, I'll go ahead and that enters.
Attention to something I shouldn't have been.
Well, that's okay. Regional Eye Center will throw a raffle entry into the drawing for the gift certificate for our umpires at the end of the season.
Tell you what, as I look around, the pollen.
Yeah,
fallen.
It has. Ryan, just to expand on what we were saying last night, let me tell you something. Tomorrow we got a doubleheader, and it's going to be a good thing to come tomorrow and watch a doubleheader ball game. You pay one price, you see 2 ball games.
Absolutely, and if you get what we're getting here today, Scott, we're watching a very good ball game.
I think
tomorrow's going to be. I think tomorrow's going to be a pretty good day for weather.
I think the rain's going to come in Sunday, they say. So, yeah, I agree. I mean, you're looking for something fun for your kids to do. It's amazing. We've got this top-level NCAA baseball right here in Americus, Georgia. The rec fields are full. We got a coach coming out arguing something.
I think he's going to ask for help.
The umpire is taking control of things. That's what I like to see. He's telling him right quick that he needs to calm down. Calm down.
But he's going to go ask for help.
He's going to go ask help.
West Alabama coach doing his job, taking up for his players.
Yeah, I don't think
come out
that's.
and make sure they got the right call. I
Let's-
think he's questioning if he
Yeah.
called him out anyway.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
I don't know if we'll see any fireworks out of West Alabama's coach or not, but I know he's not happy with that call. Of course, as a Hurricane, I am.
Yes. Looks like we pinch hitter coming in number 36, Gavin Rogers, sophomore, 6'2", 220 pounds, from Soddy Daisy, Tennessee.
Soddy Daisy,
I've
Tennessee.
heard of that place. I think I've been there before. I can't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember. I've been to a lot of little areas in
Is that
Tennessee.
back in your college days?
No, I think like this. You go through there or near there when you go to some like Pigeon Forge or something like that. Maybe it's
36, Gavin Rogers.
I'm not a world traveler like you, Westbrook.
Well, I like to move around a little bit. So
just in a car, I see.
well, that's exactly right. Yeah, no, not around a track or a gym or anything like that. You're right. A buffet, I'll move around a buffet if I need to. Is it a 1-0 count? I thought we had a strike in there somewhere.
No, it's 1-0 count. Got a new batter in,
Okay.
fresh hitter, after we just struck out the last batter.
Okay, it's in the area where we can't see, so we're going to rely on the reactions
He
of.
overran it.
Okay.
That's a tough play for the first baseman to make, though. He just overran that
Oh.
ball.
Okay.
Looking back over your head, that's got to be one of the toughest plays to make as
Yeah.
an infielder or an outfielder. Good effort.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's see what happens after that. Yeah, you can't. I see now. That was kind of in our little area, the little gap we can see.
Yeah, we had a little, If for all you listeners, we could do a better job if you'd donate or buy a golf ball in the hailstorm. We're trying to move towards this press box we're trying to get built. We've checked the hitting facility off the list, and we're ready to move on to a concession stand and press box.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. Pitch.
Scott, I'll tell you a little tidbit about this field. I actually laid the sod on this field.
Did you really?
Back in 1998.
Is that why we're getting all those little funny hops out there?
I think so. I've tricked this grass.
Tell me about one of your teammates that we've got some scholarships.
Well,
retired his number.
If you look out in left field, you'll see a retired number 17 and Bozoff over the top of it.
Catcher Justin Booker.
Friend and teammate of mine, Evan Bozoff, who suffered from meningococcal meningitis and unfortunately lost his life to it. One of the hardest things I've ever had to do as a 21-year-old, as I've talked during this broadcast, I'm from Irwin County, small town in Ocilla. We had a candlelight vigil for Evan Bozoff back in 1998 in April. And, of course, I was on the team and a part of it. And we actually, his parents cremated him. And Bozoff's forever a part of Georgia Southwestern. His ashes are on the pitcher's mound, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife and I did start a scholarship went to his parents, who Evan Bozoff, his mother just passed, fought battle of cancer, but Mandy and I went up to see Mr. Allen and Miss Lynn, and of course they were pleased for us to do that and gave us permission to. So we now have the Evan Bozoff Scholarship. I think over the years we've raised a little over about $100,000 or so,
Wow.
Scott.
Wow.
With a lot of support locally from Menactra, who is the vaccination for meningitis. Anybody listening, I'm sure Miss Lynn Bozoff would want me, who helped start the Meningitis Association, as a matter of fact, Scott, would like for me to try to educate you as best I could. If you have young kids coming off to college, make sure you're vaccinated.
Thank you, Ryan. And I think you told me that there's still a locker in his memory.
We'll be back.
Okay.
Bench running for
We're
the
back,
Tigers
Scott.
at second base, number 42,
After
Connor
Matt
Christian.
Coach Matt Lamoth went out and had a visit to the mound.
We got runners on first and second, and the last batter I think was Justin Booker, and he took a 3-1 count and walked. So we got runners at first and second. We got a pinch runner at second, number 42, Connor Christian, and up to bat right now, right fielder in the 9 spot, Austin Moffitt. Go ahead, you were saying.
But to finish our conversation, yeah, it was when I played here back in the mid-'90s, we had a locker room downstairs in the old Flory Chapel, and we had old wood lockers, and I'm not sure who took it upon themselves to save Bozoff's locker, but the athletic department did a great job in preserving his locker, and we were all touched around here. I mean, that was a tough tragedy for all of us to go through, but his locker still sits in the athletic department here at Georgia Southwestern.
Well, and
I'm sure Miss Deborah Sloan probably had something to do with that.
And it's good that you and others are keeping his memory alive and keeping it linked back to Georgia Southwestern. There's a memorial column or podium over there towards the home team dugout behind the bleachers if you want a little more information. Line drive to center field. Yes. Oh, man. Off his glove. Oh, wait a minute. We got runners. Let's see. We got one at first. Oh man. We had – okay. We got bases loaded.
Was trailing anyway.
Yeah, he did. He had to.
Anybody back over there anyway, so.
There was nobody at first. Yeah, so we got the bases loaded right now.
Score that
one out.
Error.
That was an error.
Which is still a pretty tough. He had to get on his horse to get out there. That wind's blowing that way, so I'm sure that wind's helping push that ball a little bit out there, Scott.
The flag out there in center field is telling us that it's blowing straight to center field.
Ball hit that hard, probably slicing a little bit. Eyes bobbling, trying to go back and catch that ball. Pretty tough play to make.
Looking for the fence and, warning track along the way.
Which we don't have a warning track out there.
Uh-oh.
Nobody's covered.
Well, not sure if that's a wild pitch or pass ball, but got past our catcher, and it is now 7-6. Runner at third scored easily. We got runners now at second and third, one out. West Alabama over Georgia Southwestern, 7-6.
And I thought after he threw that pitch that maybe got crossed up a little bit, but obviously not. Normally, if you see catchers and pitchers get crossed up, somebody's going to go out. The catcher's going to go out to the mound and talk to the pitcher. I think it just got away from him. I think he did look like he may have missed his location.
So we got a 2-0 count right now. The leadoff batter, R.J. Brown, Tigers shortstop. Hot shot to third base. He's coming home with it.
Put the tag on him.
Yes, sir.
Great
Out.
Play, Scott.
Heads up play. Guy running, gunned him down coming from third.
I tell you, West Alabama's obviously was going on contact there. They're really aggressive on these base paths, Scott.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Number 22, Jamison Wilkes, fielded that ball cleanly. He was playing in at third.
Good play. Good throw.
Third baseman Trevor Smeaton.
Got some activity up again, Scott, in Canes bullpen.
Up to bat right now, third baseman, number 27, Trevor Smeaton. He's comes in there with 2 outs, runners at the corners. He digs in to face Donaldson. It's like number 34, Jacob Brown, started in the bullpen.
From Dallas, Georgia.
Dallas, Georgia.
You ever been there, Scott?
I have. I've been to Dallas, Georgia many times. Little tidbit information. You can feel free to Google this later on. But
I trust you.
Well, no, because I don't. Please don't. But back whenever WKRP in Cincinnati was a popular show in the 70s.
To our older listeners.
Yes, our older listeners, the ones in the nursing home and all. But at WKRP in Cincinnati, the call letters WKRP were because it was for a radio station in Dallas, Georgia at that time.
J. Mars going back to the wall, off the wall, Scott. That's going to clear the bases for West Alabama with a triple.
I tell you, that ball, you get it up right now in this wind, it's going to carry right now.
That wind, I mean, J. Mar tried to go back. He was pedaling backwards And they did. The official score is a hit, which it should be. That
Yeah.
ball was hit well out to right field.
Yes, sir.
And J-Bar looks a little shaken up right there. I think he lost his sunglasses. He hit the wall pretty hard, Scott.
Well, it looks like we're going to have a pitching change right here. So J-Mar will be able to hopefully recover and shake it off. Jacob Brown comes in. Donaldson heads out, getting the side of some binds and doing some good pitching. But I tell you what, you hit it hard right now in the outfield, and with the wind, it's gonna push it on out there a little bit. But the WKRP call letters were for a radio station in Dallas, Texas, and a station in Cincinnati tried to buy it, but they wouldn't sell it back then. So I don't know if it's still in existence nowadays or not.
That's a good tidbit of information, Scott. We're back, Scott. So Scott did. Let me vouch for Scott. He did Google it. So Scott actually knew what he was talking about.
Well, my mind slips and kind of, but I dated a little girl in Cedartown, Georgia, so I drove through Dallas more than once back in the day. So
all right, Scott, we got to get
I can no longer return to Cedartown, but that's a story for another day.
They probably wouldn't recognize you anymore, Scott.
Probably.
My wife did just notify me that former Hurricane baseball player's birthday is today, who sits on our foundation here at Georgia Southwestern, Stephen Snell. Happy birthday there, buddy.
Yes, sir. Happy birthday. Number 34, Jacob Brown into pitch in relief. He inherits a runner at third, 2 outs, and the Tigers are up 9-6 over our Hurricanes.
Didn't mean to. Right back at us there, Scotty.
He's facing first baseman Taylor Clemens, number 25 for the Tigers. Got a 2-2 count and 2 outs.
Big out for us here. We need to get out of this inning, Scott, with only 3 runs. All right, got past him over there. Throwing the dirt. And the error comment's coming back to bite me in the butt, Scott, because we've now committed 3 errors and suffered dearly from it. The error made out in center field, which I know they're giving it their all, but that right there was got to make a little bit better throws than that. After good plays he's made, though, but hey, still got time in the game to come back. It's 10-6.
Runner at third scored on that last play. Taylor Clemens at second after the error. Second baseman Wyatt Ball, number 9, left-handed batter, steps in there. Has an 0-1 count. Ball, the cleanup batter for West Alabama.
I'll tell you what, Scott, we're coming up on Valentine's Day. You know what would be a great gift for Valentine's Day for your wife?
I don't celebrate Valentine's Day.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Well, if you did, you know what would be a great gift for your wife?
Tell me.
A golf ball from the hailstorm.
That would. Yes. Now, I mean, I celebrate President's Day. I may give her a President's Day gift.
There you go. I can look at you and understand why you don't celebrate Valentine's Day, though, Scott. Yes, is that the present that you give your wife?
Well, normally I go we celebrate Valentine's Day on February 15th because that's when you get the clearance candy.
Oh.
And I can really buy a lot of stuff then. So we let the rest of the world celebrate on the 14th, and we celebrate on the 15th. Same with Christmas on December 26th.
Oh, goodness. Uh-oh, J. Mar's got to get on his horse. He's not going to get to that, Scott. Boy, West Alabama's starting to take us to the woodshed here.
They
in
are.
The top half of the 7th inning.
That's right. 11-6. Taylor Clemens scores on Wyatt Ball's stand-up double.
Got some more action in the Hurricane bullpen, Scott. I can't tell who it is down there, but we do have a lefty up.
Number 2, Jason Keys, gets underneath one, hits it to left field.
Gets us out of the inning.
Bo Halcomb gets underneath there, catches it, but not before they score 5 runs. The West Alabama Tigers, 11. Georgia Southwestern Hurricanes, 6. Coming back from the 7th inning stretch, bottom of the 7th inning, Canes down 11-6 to the West Alabama Tigers.
Hitting up the home half of the 7th inning, center fielder Hunter Foster.
Leading off this inning for the Hurricanes, our number 4 batter, Hunter Foster, our center fielder.
Scott, don't you have a birthday coming up?
I do on Monday.
You know it would be a great birthday present for your wife to get you?
I think she's already bought it, but tell me what you think would be good.
Well, of course, I think a golf ball.
That would be.
A hailstorm would be great.
Well, I think I shouldn't probably say this on the air, but I saw what she bought me the other day when I was cleaning up a little at the house. That she bought me. I didn't realize that Spanx makes products for men. And I got some Spanx products, so it's what I've been needing and what I've been wanting. So
I think GSW has a Spanx line. Did you get your GSW Spanx?
She may have. I tried. I didn't want to get caught, because I want to still act genuinely surprised when I get it.
Absolutely. I think, hey, all our listeners, you may want to check out the GSW website after Scott's birthday. He takes a lot of selfies of himself and puts those Spanx pictures up. So I don't know if President Weaver would allow that, but we may try to sneak it in there, Scott.
Well, it'll get some hits, I'm sure. Depends on what we're trying to portray. We want hits, or do we want to keep a good high-character website?
Oh, right off his hands. Fought that off.
Hunter Foster in there to full count.
Need a big inning here, or at least put something together and stop the bleeding on the other side, Scott.
Yes, sir. For a business person's special Friday afternoon game, we've had a pretty decent crowd, even That ball foul lands between the tennis courts and the pool. Count remains 3-2. Even taken away from the scouts that were here, we still have a pretty decent crowd for Friday afternoon.
Friday afternoon, you're exactly right. Great weather. If you're watching from home here in Americus or nearby, please come out and see us.
I believe that was a caught foul tip, strike 3. Brings up Bo Halcomb. Halcomb made a great play in the last inning, got underneath a long fly ball, hit to left field. Takes strike 1 from Osborne.
Two off-speed pitches back-to-back.
What you think we're going to see right here, Tony Romo? What pitch you think we'll see? Well, same thing, or is he going to give him a fastball?
I'd throw him the same thing. And that's what he did, and he checked his swing.
Yep.
And he did check his swing there. He looked down the first to ask for help, but he did check his swing there.
1-2 to Halcomb.
Who knows? They'll look for something up and in here maybe. Sticking with that curveball.
Ball 2.
See the buses pulling up for the GISA that we got going on here at, on the campus of GSW today, Scott. Busy day out here.
Yes, sir. Ground ball to shortstop Brown.
Ooh, I think he beat it out. He did beat that out, Scott.
Halcomb digging down the first baseline.
Told you he had blazing speed.
Yes, sir. Get us that much-needed runner here in the bottom of the 7th. Down 11-6, the Canes are to the Tigers. I think that shortstop misjudged Halcomb's effort and speed.
They give him an error on the play, too.
Did they?
Yeah, it looks like he threw the ball, and again, from our vantage point,
we can't see.
Hate to beat a dead horse, but, I mean, it's just hard for us to see where we are.
Yeah.
And it's a little congested over there where everybody else is sitting, so Scott and I wanted to come over here.
2, Andy Moore.
We're going to have to get an extension on our cord for
yes,
for Saturday's game, Scott, so we can see that play over there.
Or they could put us on top of the dugout over there.
Yeah, getting us down will be the trick.
That's true. They need a Huey helicopter in here for me.
You know, that reminds me about the helicopter, Scott. You know, we're having a hailstorm. I don't know if I've mentioned it yet.
I served you a softball for that one, man.
Yeah, I just want everybody to go to gswcanes.com/hailstorm. You can get your golf ball. Chance to win $25,000 closest to the pin.
It gives you a lot better chances than you have playing the lottery, I can promise you that.
Why not do it? Get a group of people together, figure out the math.
Andy Moore in there to pinch hit.
Split it with your friends.
From Houston County.
But that's going to be a big event, Scott, in May.
Well, you know, one thing that we've left out is the meal afterwards. What it gets you.
It gets you a meal.
A social.
Oh, there's a base hit.
Andy Moore hits a hot shot just past the first baseman. We may be getting us a bottom of the 7th inning rally here. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Andy Moore does exactly what he needs to do as a pinch hitter and got on base.
Well, I tell you what, too, speaking of the hailstorm, Scott, and we'll get back to what all the events are going to be out there, as a live band is one of them.
Shortstop, Matthew
Athletic Director
Morales.
Mike Leader has challenged all of our athletes to help sell and promote the hailstorm, and they get credit. So if you got a family member or a friend that plays for Georgia Southwestern of any sport, reach out and help them out because they have to sell so many. I know Leader's cracking the whip in there, and he's on it all the time. So if you have family or friends that play here, If you don't and want to support a sport, go on to that website, the gswcanes.com/hailstorm, and there'll be a place for you to put your favorite team and who referred you. And if you just want to put that Scott and I referred you, that'll be all right too. We don't get any credit for it, but we'll still want to see you at the party.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's going to be
But we are going to have a great party, Scott.
It's going to be a shindig where everybody's going to want to be there, the place to be seen on that day in Americus, Georgia. 3-0 count to Matthew Mamadas, our shortstop.
My wife wants me to talk about the hailstorm storm.
Taking all the way there on a 3-0 count. Makes the count 3-1, 1 out. Foul ball lined up. He's going to fall into the stands. Ooh, man, almost Tim Estes almost. I think it hit about 2 seats over from him. I think in the seat he was just sitting in, he moved over a couple of seats when those scouts left. But it almost.
Tim can handle it. He's a former catcher.
He can. He didn't want any part of it though. He didn't want any part of that ball. You know, without a glove, I wouldn't either. I didn't realize you could bring your dogs out here.
Oh, yeah.
That is awesome.
Oh, what a
clutch hit by Mamadas.
Oh, and McDonald holds him up.
Well, 1 out. 1 out.
Well, we got Big J Moore coming up at the plate, I believe.
Yes, sir. He's due.
Kid got a pretty good arm out there in left too. So McDonald's done his homework.
He sure has. So that just shows to go you. He knows a little bit more about this than we do. You know.
Absolutely. That's why we pay him the big bucks
That's
out there,
right.
Scott.
That's right.
You know, Coach Josh McDonald
baseman Jamison Wilkes
has a twin brother that played here too. They played together here at GSW. He coaches down in, gosh, I forget where he's at. I need some help here. If he's listening, he can text. He's got my number. Tell me where he's coaching. Coach McDonald's dad's here visiting today.
It's Jamison Wilkes up to bat, number 22.
Well, we need to. Oh, I'm sorry.
Our third baseman. That's okay. That's all right.
J. Moore, I thought I'm lost in the lineup.
0-2 count, 1 out, bases juiced. Want everybody to tune in tomorrow for our doubleheader. I hope I have a voice because I'm going to be doing the karaoke tonight at Night to Shine at one of the karaoke booths. And I sometimes tend to sing along with some of the guests.
So in for a treat.
Well, I'm gonna since I'm getting to know some of these good ball players, I'm gonna let them sing along, let them save my voice, and let them have a big old time tonight.
Wayne County's where Justin coaches.
Is that
Josh McDonald's brother?
Is that Jessup?
That's down in Jessup. You ever been there?
I've been there, man.
World travel.
I have been.
You have been everywhere.
I have been in all 159 counties in the state of Georgia.
Have you really?
Yes, sir. I sure have.
And did you enjoy Irwin County the most?
No, well, Irwin County, you go through it on 75. But we
no,
had
that's not 75. That's Tifton.
Oh, okay. But no, Irwin County, I had to. I went to a football game there at Irwin County one time. He's coming home with it. Yep. Forrest got him.
Forrest
got him. So he pitcher.
Kind of reaching for that ball.
He was.
Fooled on it and just tapped it out there to the pitcher. Made a good play.
Yes. Bo Halcomb was scorching it down the line, but it was a bang play, but it was a little dribbler to the pitcher. So we still got bases loaded with 2 outs. But Irwin County's football facilities, and we promise we're not going to talk as much about Irwin County tomorrow, right? But their football facilities look a lot like Marion County's.
And I've kind of been away from Irwin County for a little while, but I got a buddy of mine, Luke Roberts, who coaches down there, so I stay in touch. Irwin County had a good football program this year, made it to the state championship, fell a little short, but they got these football facilities, which is why Georgia Southwestern, we're trying to do what we're doing in improving facilities. These high school facilities are magnificent. As Coach McDonald's making a change here in the lineup, we got a pinch hitter up. Number 38, we're looking.
Pitch hitting for the Hurricanes, number 38, Mark Felton.
Mark Felton steps up to the plate.
Where's Mark from?
Let's see where old Mark from. I believe Mark is from Valdosta, Georgia.
How about that?
I think he comes to us from as a transfer from
Armstrong State.
Okay.
Right?
I think it was A-back.
Oh, was it? Okay.
I think he's marked catches for us. Called it A-back.
But yes, okay. According to his bio, he did play at Armstrong one year, but he came to us from A-back.
If Armstrong, that school was merged with Georgia
Southern,
so
that's right.
They had an opportunity to
that's
transfer
true.
out, I think, and
that's true.
Without any penalty because of that, and so that's how he probably got the A-back.
Lowndes County High School alumni. Mark likes to hunt and fish, and his favorite sport to play besides baseball is basketball.
Likes to cuddle.
I don't see that in here.
Oh, okay.
I don't see that. But that goes without saying. I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah. Whew.
1-2 count with 2 outs, bases loaded.
Pretty
Foul
big
ball.
hack there. Boy, I wish he could straighten something, get on top of that and straighten that out. Good-looking kid, big kid.
Yes, sir. I believe he could give a ball a ride if he gets a.
I believe he can.
He's got a 1-2 count. Got to be a little defensive up there right now.
Boy, it'd be great to pick up a few runs right here.
Yes, sir.
Base is juiced.
Ball 2 outside.
Lays
Two
off
ball.
that off-speed pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Gosh, that bat he's got looks so little compared to him up there. Westbrook.
It does. It sure does, man. You pointed that out. What's give me a size. What's his height and weight? Fair ball. He tags fair ball down the third baseline, snagged by the third baseman who puts his glove on the third base bag to make the third out, getting the force out from second. Score still 11-6 going into the top of the 8th.
for West Alabama, left fielder J.D. Roberts.
All right, Scott, I think we got a pitching and catching change if you want to tell us about it.
Looks like number 40, Morgan Bell from Ackworth, Georgia, in the pitch. Is that correct? Is that who we
From
have?
Albany.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think that's a misprint there because that's Altoona High School and everything in his bio says Ackworth.
World Traveler knows
That's
about
all
the
right.
high
That's
schools
okay.
too. Hey.
And he's from Ackworth, Georgia. We also have a catch and change. Number 32, Hall, I believe, stepped in there. Is that correct?
Colby Hall.
Yes, Colby Hall.
From Lake Park.
Up to bat is the Tiger left fielder J.D. Roberts. He's a leadoff batter, bats in the number 6 spot. Count is 2-1 to Roberts.
Good pitch.
Bell gets ready to deliver. Robert stands in there.
Good pitch.
Froze him. Sends him back to the dugout. Gets that leadoff strikeout.
Boy, that was a tough pitch. It froze him right there, but, I mean, that was a tough pitch to hit.
Bell's biggest sports moment so far is playing in the 6A state championship game his senior year.
Wow. Well, I hope we can change that.
Strike one. Number 42, Connor Christian in there to bat. Got a 1-1 count, 1 out. Connor Christian, 5'9", 198-pound sophomore from Pelham, Alabama. Chases one low and away there for strike 2.
Tell you what, he's looking good so far.
He sure is. Morgan Bell has stepped in here and put a tourniquet on and stop some bleeding, and we can just answer with some on the offensive side of the innings.
Mix it up. We got another lefty warming up in the bullpen. Of course, just trying to have him ready in case we get in trouble. He's not working very fast down there in the bullpen. And I don't think he needs to the way this kid's pitching.
No. The catcher, Justin Booker, stands in there with 2 outs. Bale has fanned 2 batters. Let's go for 3. He one-hopped him.
Tell you what, he works pretty quick.
Yes, sir.
Just throw it to the catcher, get it back, and go right back to work.
Bale is a freshman. Low and away.
He just told me this is his first college appearance. Scott.
Is it really? How about that? Well, I'm glad we're here for it. I'm telling you what, strike out 2 batters.
Absolutely. What a good start.
Yes, sir.
Nothing to this game. Good pitch.
Strike. 2-1.
You,
if he gets strike 3 here, I may have to take my headphone off so I can holler.
Well, I think so. We both are, too. How
That's
about
right.
that?
I got a message from my 13-year-old says when I holler, it hurts his ears. He must be sitting in class listening to it or something. I don't know what he's doing, but
I bet it scares him.
I'm sure. Low and inside brings up ball 3. 3-1 count with 2 outs. The Tiger catcher stands in there ready to face our freshman pitcher.
Good. pitch.
Strike two.
That's
works
that
into full count.
outside corner again,
Yes, sir.
Scott, that
Yes.
you were talking about. That umpire likes to call them out.
He does. He does. He's called several that I think probably could have been borderline pitches, but he's called them both ways. Fly ball. Right fielder.
J. Moore called him off.
Yeah, called off Beta. Makes the play. 3 up, 3 down for his first college appearance from a freshman from Ackworth, Georgia, Altoona High School. Makes the score. The score remains 11-6. We starting here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Jason Beta, our leadoff batter, leads off this inning facing Osborne, number 31, who came in relief of Waits. There's nobody even stirring in the bullpen, so it looks like this may be Osborne's game to win or lose, because when when Waits left, it was all tied up, 6-6.
Yeah, it'd be nice for us to get that bullpen stirring.
That's right.
Yeah, we got a
Well, we're
big hole to cover up with down 5 runs. Not impossible for any means. We still got a little baseball left to play.
got our leadoff batter up, leading off the inning. He's got a 1-1 count.
Tell you what, these Hurricane baseball players have been up the whole game over there. Coach McDonald's done a good job coming in and creating excitement on the diamond. Kind of a rebuilding year for GSW a little bit, if you will.
Jason Beta hits that one straight to center field. Center fielder catches that one. I believe that's Jalen Keys. Got under it for the first out. Next up, Tyler Skelton. Happy birthday to Tyler's mom once again, our first baseman. Number 1 digs in. Osborne waiting to deliver. Low and away. Ball 1. West Alabama, here we are in the bottom of the 8th inning. West Alabama's got 11 runs, 12 hits, 5 errors. One hops it into the catcher for ball number 2. Georgia Southwestern, 6 runs, 6 hits on 3 errors.
They playing Skelton straight away. He does have some pop in his bat.
Inside, 3-0. Taken all the way, strike 1, 3-1. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try to remind you of our sponsors throughout the year. If it's not too late to sponsor, if you want your name called out, we'll work it in, and just like we have all the others. Oh, Skelton hits a hot shot to the third baseman. He lets it go past him. The center fielder boots it. Scored his hit. I'm sorry. Yes, shortstop.
Center fielder's fast, but he's not that fast.
I'm getting late, brother. It's getting late. It scored a hit. Because I don't even a clean play. I don't think he'd thrown him out.
Nah. You know. He kind of beat it in the dirt, got over the third baseman's head a little bit. Shortstop would have. I mean, no way he could have made that play.
Number 20, Jonathan Martin from
Irwin County
steps in there. 0-1, 1 out. Runner at first. Bottom of the 8th inning. Absolutely beautiful day for early February standards. Checks him at first. Safe. Skelton gets back. Takes his lead. Osborne looks over, gets ready to deliver. Jamar takes that pitch for ball number 1.
Tell you, Jamar is capable of hitting the ball out of the ballpark.
Yes, sir.
I think he had a good summer. He played up in a wood bat league.
And he drove that one way high to right field. Right fielder's under it, calls it, has it. Fires it in. Holds Skelton at first. 2 outs. The bottom of the 8th. Hunter Foster, number 15, our center fielder, stands in, ready to face Osborne.
Pretty pitch.
Strike 1 to the Cane center fielder.
Started to, but didn't. Took that little slider or something, I believe, for a ball.
Hunter Foster from Hazelhurst, Georgia, Jeff Davis High School. All-state outfielder, best defensive player, freshman, sophomore, and junior, and pride of the Jacket senior year.
Oh, that stung out to the left. That's fair ball, Scott.
Fair ball. Skelton. Round stands up to third. Hunter Foster stands up to second. 2-out double. Runners on in scoring position for our left fielder, Bo Halcomb.
Boy, he hit the daylights out of that ball. It was screaming down the third base line.
Bo Halcomb, well-known home run hitter for the Canes. How many home runs does he have on the season? You got your stat sheet there?
I think he's got 3.
I think he has 3 also.
I'd like to see him hit
I
one
think
right
he's
over
leading
the
the team.
Bozoff
I think
side.
he's leading the team.
I think so. I think the team's got 7 home runs total for the season, 7 or 8.
Ball outside.
Seven home runs as a team coming into the game.
I think Beta's got 2, maybe. Is that right?
Beta's got 2. Bo has 3.
2-0.
He could hit it off the Bozoff side, and I'd be okay with
Amen.
that.
He planted one right out there on the top of the batting cage a couple nights ago.
Pop in his bat, no doubt.
In the shorter game. I went outside, 3-0 count. Man, that shorter game went a long time.
It sure did.
Well, that leadoff pitcher, the starting pitcher that Shorter had, man, he was a human rain delay. I mean, it was ridiculous. But they walked out with a W, but nonetheless, it still was a long game. Bo Halcomb, good eye, takes ball 4. We got the bases loaded, 2 outs. Number 2, Andy Moore up to bat. I think Andy got a hit last time, didn't he?
I believe he did. And that might have been his first hit of the season, if I'm not mistaken.
Andy in there for Tyler Adams started at the DH position.
So maybe he's fixing to get a hot bat.
I hope so.
Just put something in play here. Hit it hard somewhere.
Low. I'd take a walk, too.
Yeah, walk. Preferably something in the gap. Grand slam would be nice, Scott.
I say, yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. That would make them a mite bit nervous.
Their bullpen is stirring, Scott,
Oh,
so
okay.
they are a little nervous.
Yeah, they're losing a little bit of faith in Osborne out there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Start of the inning, the bullpen, there was tumbleweeds out there. Now we've got a reliever out there. Can't really see who it is. 1 and 2.
Helped him out a little bit there. I think that would have been a ball for sure. Good pitch, though.
Andy gets in there, digs in.
Choked up on the bat a little bit.
Osborne delivers a pitch just like low, about like what Andy chased last time, but he laid off where it got. Look at all the deuces out there on the scoreboard. Batter number 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Should buy 2 golf balls, Scott.
That's exactly right. If somebody buy 2 golf balls, we'd be set. Oh, good hit.
That should bring 2
Andy
home,
Moore
Scott.
comes in clutch. He comes up firing left field. 2 runs. Andy Moore gets.
Big 2 outs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So Andy's come in pitch hit today and done a tremendous job.
Sure has. Come in clutch right there. Keep this rally going for us.
Andy Moore, red shirt sophomore from Warner Robins, played at Houston County. I believe he might have played on one of the state championship teams they had over there. Didn't they win the state championship back 2014, 2015, something like that?
I can't remember.
I'll have to look and see.
You're a little more well-versed.
No, I don't know. I think they had another ball player over there. It seems to be shaking the bushes up Athens. We're back to the top of the order.
Mr. Fromm, all them West Alabama people are laughing at us.
That's right, I know. Correction, we got number 7, Matthew Mamadas up there, our shortstop. Mamadas 0-1 count.
Ooh.
There was that outside pitch again.
He's called it all day, man.
I know, but
that I mean, it's hard for me to see.
That looked off. That's going to get him a drawing. We're going to put a drawing in the for the regional eye care gift certificate for our umpires.
Got a bunch in there so
He may win it. This home plate umpire may walk away with it. Amadas hits it infield third baseman Colin for. We need a big gust of wind right now, but he got under it and caught it. And that did it for us in the bottom of the 8th inning, but not before 2 runs scored. Made the score 11-8. West Alabama over our GSW Hurricanes. from Ackworth, Georgia, Altoona High School, did such a great job in the last inning. They leave him in there for the top of the ninth. Low and away for ball one. I believe that's the right fielder, Austin Moffitt, in there. I believe that's who's at the bat. I'm not sure. I should have looked at his numbers. He was walking up.
I believe that's him.
It is. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count.
We're up to 95 listeners, Scott.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. We are going viral.
We're probably saving people from getting drunk tonight.
I know, yes. Yeah, that's just part of that's what we offer here. Safety.
Safety.
Entertainment and safety.
Absolutely.
You know, we've been pitching, and we will tomorrow. And once again, want everybody to come out tomorrow. If you don't come out, then sit at home and listen to us, or at the lake, or wherever you end up tomorrow. And I know we're pitching these golf balls, but you know, there are those out there, I'm sure, that if you know they were led, they could just stroke a check and pay for the press box with just one fell swoop. And you know what, Ryan? We would name it after them.
Oh boy.
We would name it after them.
we?
We would name it after them. They could, you know, and have something to where they could drive by and say, "Hey, look at there." You know, this just.
You can even sit. I tell you what, you could sit in the press box with me and Scott all season
And do a game.
You could do a game with us.
Or 2 or 3 if you want.
Yeah, we'll let you do the whole season.
Full count to Moffitt. Morgan Bell stands in there, gets ready. There you go. Moffitt fouls it back towards the pool. Count stays 3-2.
We do appreciate you listening in and hope you're happy with what you're hearing. I know you Canes would be a lot happier if we pull out a win here.
Foul ball.
Oh, I couldn't see what happened, but obviously it hit the ground. We did not catch the ball. That's a long run for Jamar and the first baseman to get over there and make that play.
Tough play. Tough play. Count remains full. But who we kidding? There's probably some people watching this game with the volume turned down too, you think?
I doubt it. Look, text your friends. Tell them about us. Come on out and listen. We are glad to have you West Alabama fans tuning in, you Hurricane fans tuning in.
Livingston University.
The old Livingston University.
Moffitt hits a high foul ball. Mamatis goes back, peels off, lets Halcomb catch it. Halcomb had the better angle on it, as the left fielder typically does in a situation like that. Out number one. Leadoff batter for the Tigers, number 1, shortstop R.J. Brown steps in there, takes his practice swing. Bell already ready to deliver.
I tell you what, he fits to the T what a shortstop looks like to me.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
He just really, he looks very athletic.
Well, and he's leadoff batter, too.
Leadoff batter.
Yeah.
Look, he's got his pants looking good. I mean, he's decked out now. That's what most shortstops, they take care of themselves.
That's right. Then you have on the opposite end of the spectrum, a lot of times you catchers. No offense to any catchers of the audience. We did our time behind the plate, you know, right?
Yeah.
We did ours.
Thank goodness I never did have to catch.
You didn't. Oh, man, that's why I have a little difficulty getting up.
Pretty good.
Foul ball. Ooh, look at here. It's going to fall into the
Oh. One lucky fan almost got that ball.
I believe that was a West Alabama fan from
Alabama.
Lochapoka, Alabama.
Lochapoka?
May have caught that one. That's right. That's down near Auburn, really. Lochapoka and Beauregard, a lot of little towns like that.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss by R.J. Brown. Makes the count 1-2, 1 out. I'm going to go out on a limb here and saying I'm becoming a Morgan Bell fan.
He has sure come out and done his job very well.
I'm telling you, as a true freshman.
First college appearance.
Yes, sir. He has looked into the face of the beast and comes in his first game, strikes out the first 2 batters.
I tell you, that experience at 6A, especially on a team making it to the state championship.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good experience in there. A lot of good players at that level.
Well, yeah. I mean, Ackworth, that's part of Cobb County school system. So, Cobb County, they may have a baseball or two living in that county. I'm not sure, but they probably
produce a lot.
Not as many as Irwin County, I'm sure, but that goes without saying.
Absolutely. That's just understood.
I want to remind everybody, if you've got some high school, middle school action you want us to announce, we'll be glad to announce that too.
Dig it. Throws it low. That's going to get him to second base easily.
Wilkesville did it cleanly. A long, hard throw, and Brown was scooting down the line pretty good.
Scott, we got to make a few better throws than that. I mean, I tell you, I know that's a little bit frustrating right there for him. We've had a few thrown over there in the dirt today.
We have a hard time since we can't really see. It's difficult to tell. But you're right. They landed in the dirt, and the batter ended up on second. Beta fields that one cleanly. Fires it to first for the second out of the inning. Brown gets over to third base. So the Tigers now have a runner at third with 2 outs. Taylor Clemens, first baseman, steps in there. Right-handed batter. Morgan Bell froze him with that first strike. What's your plans tonight, Ryan?
Well, I think I'm going to just sit back, take it easy, spend a little time with the family.
What time's the game start tomorrow? I know it put you on the spot, but you got a schedule right there on that little pamphlet in your lap.
I don't, but if I had to guess. We hit him.
Hit by a pitch.
First pitch tomorrow.
1 o'clock. Okay, well, 1 and 4. It's a doubleheader.
1 and 4 if the game goes semi-quickly.
I may need you to maybe Kyle cover for me at the end of the game tomorrow. I may have to slide out a little bit early.
Well, Scott's got a birthday coming up.
I got family coming into town. We're going to go eat dinner.
We'll gladly do that so you can celebrate your 75th birthday, Scott.
You can tell by looking at me I don't need to skip many meals. Or should I
say,
I don't.
Tomorrow?
It's almost 2/3 of the way there.
Oh, yeah. Well, happy birthday, Scott.
Well, thank you. Thank you. It's not till Monday. Shop now, avoid the rush. Still plenty of good gift ideas available out there.
Mine's in the mail to you.
Okay, good.
You want to take a guess of what it may be?
I bet it's a golf ball.
Oh, you got that right.
I bet it's a golf ball.
And
Strike 2, 0-2.
You know whose name I may put on it?
Morgan Bell.
I just might do it. If he gets out of this inning.
Wyatt Ball facing Morgan Bell. That's their cleanup batter, number 9 right there. Left-handed second baseman.
Good pitch.
Ooh, he's giving the outside on one side of the plate, but not the other. You notice that?
Yeah, he's not very ambidextrous. He's not ambidextrous at all.
That's right. That's right. That would have, if Wyatt Ball would have been a right-handed batter, we'd be in the dugout by now.
We would be sitting pretty. In the dirt. Good stop back there behind the plate.
Colby Hall back there behind the plate made a great play.
Tell you what, that gives the pitcher a lot of confidence when you got your catcher moving around back there a lot, Scott.
Like a hockey goalie.
Gives him a lot of confidence.
Yes,
He'll
sir.
throw anything.
We got a 2-2 count. Wyatt Ball still in there in the plate. Bell gets ready to deliver.
Oh, yes.
Fly ball. Mamadas peels off. Woo!
Oh! Hope he's all right.
Yeah, I do too. Holcomb, that was a tough play, man. I mean, he was in a dead run the whole way.
They picked up 2 on that.
Makes the score 13-8, top of the 9th inning. Ball ends up at second. Number 2, center fielder Jalen Keys in there. Has a 1-0 count on him. We got a good many West Alabama fans here. Anybody's got maybe restaurants in the area, may behoove you to spend a little bit of money, maybe advertising the little flyers that they give out at the put some coupons or something like that in the flyers they give out at the gate.
Two Dukes Barbecue tomorrow. They're pretty good supporters of GSW Athletics.
That's
if you
right.
like barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Down on Tripp Street.
Yep.
Go see Jay Duke, get you some barbecue.
Looks like the
McDonald's.
Golden Arches has a little ad in our brochure too.
Everybody.
McDonald's toys with my emotions, you know, with a
It's
McRib.
Like they toy a little more with just your emotions.
They toy with my emotions. If it's not the McRib, sometimes, you know, they'll take it just when I get a taste for it. They pull the rug out from under me.
Oh, but they bring it back every
They
day.
bring it back, but, you know, then I'm like, you know, it's almost like an old ex-girlfriend. Do you really?
That may come back into play. It is, Scott. Good catch.
That's out number 3. Not before they score 2 runs, making the score 13-8. Bottom of the ninth. The Canes need to wake up the bats. Got a new pitcher in here for the West Alabama Tigers. Nick Rathke, senior right-hander, 6'2", 190 pounds from Fort Walton Beach, Florida.
Now that's the place to be.
Steps in there.
Ooh, he throws hard.
Jamison Wilkes fouls off that first pitch. Jamison, our third baseman. So you reckon Rathke's a closer, you thinking?
Yeah, I would expect so.
If he comes in there throwing gas.
Out of the stretch he comes. Little slider or off-speed pitch there. Looked to be a slider.
0-2 count.
Checked it. He needs to run. Tagged him out.
Check swing called, strike 3. Catcher dropped it, tagged him out anyway.
Well, Scott, I know the day's not over yet, but I sure have enjoyed being with you today, buddy.
Ryan, let me tell you something. You don't know how glad I was when you said you wanted to do this, because I tell you, it is a tough 9 innings having to do it by yourself.
Well, we hope you folks listening enjoyed the conversation. We've certainly enjoyed having you. And the game's not over yet. I'm not counting the Hurricanes out of this quite yet.
Y'all just be patient with us. I promise you we'll steadily get better throughout the season. This is our first game we've done together, and first game for Ryan, second game for me. I'm normally a football. I'm a little more comfortable in my football element, but you know, I'm loving getting involved in the Georgia Southwestern athletics and the college and university activities. So we be here tomorrow for a doubleheader.
Tell you too, one more shout out for you folks viewing, having that center field view. We appreciate Bob Slinker here at Georgia Southwestern for helping us obtain some video cameras and equipment. Bob does a great job for us. He supports the Hurricanes, Hurricane Athletics a lot. So thanks, Bob, for his help.
Number 32, Colby Hall, our catcher, in there to back. Swing strike 3.
We're down to the last out, Scotty. I've seen crazier things.
Yes, sir. Leadoff man, Jason Beta. Jason from Fruitland Park, Florida. Senior.
They got through there. Good hit out to right field.
Beta gets a single to right field. Number 1, Tyler Skelton, our first baseman.
I'll tell you what, one thing we hadn't commented on is how beautiful this field looks today.
Tremendous.
Our assistant coach, Matt Lamotte, does a lot of that. And these guys, I think he whips them into shape a lot. I'll come by and see Matt out there edging on this field. He spends a lot of time, so he gets a lot of credit for the way this field's looking today. David Calhoun, who's helped sponsor a lot of athletics, who has provided his assistance as well out here on the soccer field, baseball field, and softball field. We appreciate David Calhoun's help. Wow!
I tell you what, you can't say anything about him. I mean, he hit it right back up the middle.
Wow.
That pitcher's glove was just right where it needed to be. Out 3, and that's to do us for us, ladies and gentlemen. Final score, West Alabama 13, Canes 8. Tomorrow, first pitch is 12 or 1?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock, doubleheader. Come on out tomorrow, enjoy yourself, bring pack you a lunch. We'll have us a big time tomorrow.
Absolutely. Look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow, Scott. I enjoyed it. Come back for some more Hurricanes baseball tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock.
Yes, sir. See you. Thank you, Ryan. Bye-bye. Thank you, fans. Goodbye.